Ya baby ya. Ya baby oh, ya baby ya. What did it say? How are you all doing? Very strong, and you. Nana for me who ye pa. Nana who ye. Osu bema. Otendeng. Right, menim kakra. Very good. Idenyamias. Mami fa me phone into silent now. Morning, everyone. Kofi eti say. Oh yeah. Orokodo. And so ya buy a besua dear. I had a classroom. Oba no why your pen no paper ready. At the end of the day, no when you be free hako. When you be free hako. Black beauty. It is saying. Guys, mon tape na mon share. Afe na yaba. Afe na ye de be hihye so. De be hihye so ye be ni de. If I'm a lip gloss and for no kakre. Mende. Morning. Bravo, if you want to say, what the ho? What the brave fire kakre, fire and sunny assassin. Bravo, fi. Hey, Doctor Abba. Doctor Abba. I yenyan shasi nipa baso kakra mefre. Why? Okay. Doc, welcome. Otende. Lady Prempe, morning. Morning, Doc. Yaba classroom. Ye de be so. Ready jame. Ye de be so papa de ko. And then be a poultry farm. Ye de be so den. Na ko. Poultry farming. Angela, morning. What is saying? Ansu, morning. Organic, nyabutire mefa wati mpese ye kakra. Nipa baswa. Na more people anya information why. Rashi. Ekwia morning, let's say. Ekwia ade the 2 days na wo. Brakofi.
Good morning.
Morning, let's say.
Me ho ye boko now so.
Boko. And then ye dey for poultry farming.
Now poultry farming there so ntimi nkonja Mr. Francis o.
No last time ye farming wo be or the be farm auntie. Or the be farm but oba suggestion.
Okay. And then I think that on also ye main speaker of the day, main speaker of the day because of ne skills ne nim dia all that field no.
Ono obey snail farming. Yi da be impo timetable no way. Daddy be snail farming.
That is snail farming no. Oh yes, snail now 1 liter. $20,000.
Aye.
1 liter and souvenir free and 400 more and 4,000.
Also, or the video ni bread won.
Media minute the home command kasa.
A link bi no the bread minti. I was saying now obechire mu wa hay say was it Thursday.
Yeah, media watch money now breaking it down, man.
Sir.
And within 1 year to 2 years, you know, now or my master tia bana. What start a papa now we slime ni few momo. Some Sika wo mai mo.
Sika wo
na mi busada di say first pa na omunya mbo shiwura ne ade nsɛ emfa galam se nsɛ ya wurai na etimi kɔ kwama akɔhwehwɛ mwanya bebre o se nke no ansɛ we dia me kɔ da ngura na me hwehwɛ nwa nya 4,000 bia me dia beji 20,000 euro na we meti abrochire pe ebre aba
Kofi enti wunim se me sign the daddy share poultry a obe bread do.
Yeah.
Meet me man nye ni nyina sa obe bread.
Okay.
I say everyone in Ghana now is going into poultry. Ayo. Enya sem ketwa poultry no.
Enti obi kɔ poultry mo no now so woodie bro. Now woodie bro. Now they turn ma that is how we ma agribusiness na gina. Enye so obi e poultry now so akɔji bia na obo na akɔfa akɔkɔ. O mewu amo aboka.
But poultry no guy na aka me kra oni me edi nkomo se e was say wo ye no kra wonya a little bit knowledge about it.
Yes, Mr. Francis did 3 days. Yeah, Mr. Francis. Yes. Mr. Francis did 3 days for Techima or call an uncle 360. Just because to send the workers no so or mom on for drone more montemo so I'm for so the SS ne gumo say a broso 350 mutimi tu nkosua nya profit of 6 million every day okoi no omunyina ewu
se wo
ti se onye wan suani yi pa na ote dase abre na akoma okra so awasmesh
but sa 20,000 na that you can say one you know and also too huge for me to believe it
and too huge 1 liter to say anwa liter 1 liter yellow
gallon kesi no
yeah sa slime na no no modi your plastic surgery ne the paper mark ne ade ntine ne board ne
yes e no asokra no modi ye makeup
na mo makeup no ne board
ne board nya din
I'm the yes surgery take it for no reason yeah
mo pa nti me ye na me senior Thursday oba ma Sunday sa question na won na aja because me too much money me say enye
too much that bronia more believe size so yeah about 5 years and say na what me who says guarantee na you say too much
eso sikano so ma medodo
too much boys need the scale dia grow chrome hapa oh ya boga na bedro acha 3 days one way abeg tik boys need the scale dia grow Ghana pa
I be like morning saposh morning
and any 3 days na metena ase man tena ase kra metena ase na we aba consultation I'm into this business we Kwabe now bet me afa so aboa me ama my business na professional and some are even holding 5, 6, 10 billion. Yes, our more running or more
1 billion is 10.
May come it to small boys.
Good morning, John. Let's say, hey, Ghana best.
One guy cried my manager, he's a surveyor and what to turn say and he wanted me to name me bedin komo dear and assassin kwa watimi atoton dear no kwanye like boys ne bebre omo madwene mu da ho ne de omani abre
Morning, King.
omo madwene omo say agi some kopeska on my bet ne typical iPhone omo na omo hu ne say Ghana nyem my bet for boys
Omuntina hwe ye bedi
omo na ya kwajo
Ghana best eti say what's mute no ho
na
aya semo
one de ye be fa poultry ni momra ne nsua bia se nipa 46 na ba
oba na me pesenka emu ye yi kakra ba so de ma me friend no mbra o
okay
shasi a Mr. John Mr. Oba enye brofo wa ha ye ha ye nka brofo Saposh morning
enkwafo ni nyina mo amwo abroche na mo nkwaso mo nyina mo mra wa nkwa ni nyina mo mra minua
Good
ne mo
morning. Good
yahwe
morning, Doctor.
nkwa mo mra
Doctor, good morning.
Doctor I'll meet you
Good morning, boss. I'm Patrick Bakwadi.
Bibiaboko.
Aye say this week ye farming no and chere say yes ye poultry a chinchinchi akoye poultry and ye rubber plantation a chinchinchi akoye rubber plantation enti utie ni nyina de ebeboa no na wo a choose ye
change sticker no from poultry how I change it na back to poultry farming
my no poultry farming aye
okay
Mr. John Mr. Ahaye nka brofo wa Hawaii
Yes.
ma wo se wo ye life a wo
I
ka
feel you.
pa aha de ye nka brofo aha ye traditional platform
ahaya kama
aha ye
ahaya
bi
Ghana
mu twi kwa
I Ghana. Okay.
ai se de be ya
I feel you.
ye nyina ye beti ase na
ye ne
class
abrofo
captain
ni
wo
twaka
here
bia
class captain we oh Taposh
Yes.
fire fa can be a naija
Oh, any gem Endra may harvest 5 tons now. Matoni.
oh any gsm
Any gisem. Any
hey no
gisem.
mususu papa
Me then da. Me to me bo mo nyansa.
na me pese me posti bi kra
Oh,
oh
okay.
mususu papa
Yeah.
more money more money
Doctor,
yeah
Doctor language, more money.
doctor language hey more money kwa
Oh, yeah.
mommy share adima class captain na den watch sir
Oh.
cleaning bia about 2 hours Mr. Du
o mami mon announcement ne ba ko na yen shase misre mo a ye be shase sisi a munya abotre aya announcement serious one so aya mumi enti announcement ni we o si o announcement o dey brilliant muma yenti why
Grass captain
pacha omote
edika mechi obia lafi minkai wo mu bia nti
comment section moti amoka ye
o nkai bo na me de mamu obia wo ba ya queen platforms bia nti asem we no challenge so yesra mo pa ni o ma ba ko mi bi koso a ya hwe ni yensi ano immediately ya da chi bi no be se na koye bibie wo edin yare esese emuhia pa enti mi kan we na ye dia abo platform no ho bla abo platform no ho ba yi se de be ya ne funsu bi ama de mama me kasa ya tintin ya le se nkofo bi no ma start DM nkofo a nkomo mu di no entwaye mesra mo wa befa echire eni obi akodi nkomo se onye bibi mawo we be hia wo platform Yaquin platform so class captain wo ho asumasi wo ho enti ye din komoni na mama ji ye ti enti wo ko invest wo ma ko yisika puduo bi ana wo di bibia mo bi a esom wani nda ho because ni o ma mi ankasa mi ka se kwa ni o ma ba ko mi bi akoso wo mi di emu a mi nfa ntuga enti na me bo asem ni na atofa na ma bokoko se ye tiro bi akwanya ye faso e pesika na se mi ye tiro bi akwanya ye faso e fishi enti ye tiro akwanya ye faso yi nam na then wangasa ube yi unam obi ameje usika nkwaye wade e mawo yesra mu pa wentie yi nkai boya mi boyie na se ube kase ube shia nipa no wa Yaquin platform so no yes say na se ukoma hu kwedimu ho a mo bia nji phone mfemini aba ya
wala jejeje
yes unya no wodi mo bia nji phone mfe class captain say class captain na mo sise enti my invest wa ha my medisika ma nipa so bese yenju bia wadanse mo bia so bia nko first cam mo bi
sa
because ni o ma ekosu sisi and the class captain man to me na yenzi for man o tira na me picture na social media o tira na Yaquin so picture na social media edini hu hia ya pa ye chie ye bia ni pa adwin se sika kwan ye sei nimdie kwan ye sei ampo me kwan ye sei fiade na wa fa fiade wa ko practice because the way I'm go for starting it take opportunity I was idea we my new class captain my new meduma na manfa nyoma nguna process sisia mini aba no mbe kula ni mase
pa
me bi abeso class captain me so Isayo na me de kokobo ba no because and be tete kakra be mo fa jame because nipa ba ko me lu ya from wo back door any me ko say ye share nipa so esi wo uni aba the platform so say ni say enti enchi ni obi a wada say ma nipa no platform is sisi amra wo so ne say wo ba wutimi ye wo advert but say wo ba fa ye chi sometimes the best way to protect na would music what you be a do be a question is and a man for grass men for Yaquin and yes I wouldn't know what it
ye know what it asem na ya kan yesrɛ mu ye ba ye besua de o fa pen no paper watchro de beboa no wafa emfa ye chi ana emfa obi achi nkoje obi sika na o china bi no di sɛ ye mu bese mi di sese misrɛ mu mi hi obi esika adesua ne ye besua wa ha me da mo ase enti mi jai platform na ma Mr. John na washa ase no de ya hyehyɛ so poultry farm no me san kai ubio Mr. John Mr. aha de di twi e na ye adwuma wa ha ai enti no o te brofo pa o man hwe ya brofo de bewe wa ha no disi edwane enti me da wase sha ase ma ye why oh ni line na freeze o Mr. John
Yo, etiefo ne ahwefo. Me pacho me chia mu nyina. Yeda mo ase nso se mama ya kwenya ne se ye kyerɛkyerɛ ya adwen na ye nimdia ye wo. Aye de boa enkofo se ombetimi atumpon e wo edwuma a omo ye mu. Ye mu binum edwuma we ni ye hu ne se ye ntimi enkoso ase ye edwuma ma nkofo a ye ntimi increase ya nkasa ye de a ye betimi aye. Na me from mekasen hyase na me wie university. Ana me hu se sika ye betua me no. Me hwa se obra no se dia ko nenim. Ena sika ehia se odi bebo bra ko nenim nti. Me hu ne se e wose me ankasa metimi ye nya metimi aye biara e dey create me ankasa me job. Nti me university na university na no me de ma adwen toto ho se wose me dwen ho ntem awofo kra en support na so wo se me de ma adwen tutu hu ntem se metutu ne meye efifie ntem akọ out there to go and risk nti yetu ye hu gba bonten but with make I say guidance say ebeboa say at least ebetimi atutu ne meye nti from 2009 any ye share this entrepreneurial journey ase and I started venture kakra ye ne ebetimi aye bia se besua nimdie na ehia we djuma no ho until say same baby aya bedui ye poultry ewo ye anamuntio mu anansi ye nantie mu wo adesua mu no me ankasa me background accounting and finance and na me sua wo university.
Okay.
But me university me hwe ma wofo me papa nso accountant ono nso US ho na me hwe anamuntio mu na the lifestyle. I'm sure man creating me job. I'm not thinking say the future no bear that bright. So Mr. Say me risky. On akasankra one support it, but me who say me risky to a certain point. Na me nyan Indiana because Indiana ne here. Na me de share say me ye mre nsa. Ye de fa so be ye mpreko. Sana. Yes. Ye mpreko right from 2000. Yes, yeah, Preco from 2009 to 2017. And from 2017 till date, no. Yede akokwa hihye so abedu baby ayedui. Ayetimi kire nkonfo ema omutimi hu mpuntuo ewo efu adwuma omoyem. Ayem kokko nyenyi. Ade ba kwa meka afa akokko hu ne se akokko ye aboa bi a universally no obi ari bi. Nkosua nso ye ade a ohwa a ewa aduane afemu no even in me decision making na ana decision na me take here say me fa aduane afa ne say ohwa household income waketua obenya no beye efa odi to aduane enti ebeba ntaade mpaboa ena nyema na akaka nyina no sika na woji nyina no se bosom ne bekọ iwiye no we yusu fa e dia to aduane. Enti mi hu se oye bibia na se u target eduane na fa ba ku bia obetimi aye ni yie no obetimi enye sika. Enti ye de ye ho to ho se e wose yesua nimdie no na ehia e wo dwuma bia mu ana se wanam ntuo bia opesu utu owiase we mu no nimdie a e wo sa particular field mu no e ho na e wo se usua na se wo hu a bibia ni wa wontimi nye because when India no or enti baby a be fine no hu bia no ubetimi aye enti ye finance no na din kakra se betimi ahya ase because ye hya ase nso ye tin bebre ena platform ye bi aba na yetimi disua de no those days na ye din osi obi nkyere wade mpo na ye din se obetimi akyerew na se unko kan mpo a obeti ase no because background here finance nti o share accounting and finance any poultry na that in the same field nti me tu fi
and now baby
yeah me tu fi no me hu say risk am me ba be take you abrabom no e be very tough risk na sa risk no so no minim say e be rewarding because na maka che me hu say certificate no a paper pen e dia ma it doesn't define your future. Certificate okra no doesn't define your future. Wo wa nipa na nkasa na be define future or person wo. It me hu sa me to me hu wo say no ade we mesua and I'm ready to go by it. And ye dey share so with nkoko na ye nyen. Yeah, startup numbers near started be 1,002 but before I make akoko ho asem no me started with 1,002.
Munye bi dano now starting with 1,002.
Yes, because na unim na me dream say me nim die na me wo fi university e wo finance background no akoko no na me hwe akoko say bibia ye fo ye bibia obia betimi aye ena ye de sa adwin na ewo emfie kokko nyan mu o ye wo ye kura ase no won say ye nyen kokko Nti oba be commercial nkokọ no nso a adwene na ekire o say oh say we dey ya akokọ. Saa na mankofo bebree nso afeli in this industry because when adwene mu no oh akokọ be then we di be 4,000 please ewa adwenkyerɛ mu no ewa adwenkyerɛ mu no yɛhwɛ a akokɔ be then we di be 4,000 Ghana cedis in a day. It's never possible. Nti yɛhwɛ na adenum sika ewura adenum oya na ekɔ n'anim oya na ekɔ na sika ewurem ɛna menka bibi nkyerɛ about akokɔ business. Akokɔ business, all the aspects of the business egi sika fi wo nkyɛn. The only aspect how this hu sika nim ɛyɛ nkosua no. Anase sɛ oyɛ broiler ɛyɛ akokɔ nankasa ne ton na odi benya nam no. Apart from that, bibi amfa sika amfa mbrɛw. Enti nkofo bebree na sɛ wanya nkosua no dodoɔ no anton na untimi maintain farm no. Untimi ntua workers, untimi nto feed, untimi ntua electricity. Ene na ama nkofo bebree na yɛmfa nso okura nkokɔ wa gina ekire a wo hwɛ farm no. Wa de na ekire sɛ oh wanya hu nkosua na eni mpɛ then the business is profitable. But ebia na onya nkosua no dodoɔ a obetimi de aton etinya eduane sika na efim akonya workers de etia etinya maintain sa farm so beto eduro mpo no ontime ntono sa difficult ni na nkofo bebree abewrim enti wo hwɛ akokɔ edwuma na nimdeɛ ehia pa ewo edwuma we mu the very first thing yɛmfa sika mfa build the business we sika no secondary issue ubetimi di obi sika mpo e di aye business no enti se unni nimdie na aye se wakoto car mo no de bia me car me platform so se okoto car mo no na o de car mo no di ama o ba se on fensua driving de ne besi o crash sa car na no that is the end of the car enti obi a entua emfa ade a eye mo no
hey Wamu na frefre Mr. John yi.
Bra Kwame na efre.
Oh, Bra Kwame. Ade. Onra was all report wa hakra ade no frefre.
Friend na ka share ne say my name frefre me na. All frefre me o twitwa conversation no so. Nimdie ni hia pa. Enti usua nimdie na ubetimi di obi sika e di aye business no but ne ye ne se ye hu ne se ye funi nti no obi ape obi ankwanche obi na o di aye business no eni nti na won se bebre na collapse na two no o hwe farming you don't define farm by just having the expertise to be able to run your beds se nimdie na ye wo won kokọ no ho kwa na ye dey run farm no. The definition of farming and poultry farming business, no, Osha, it goes beyond your farm. Me pachomo ti ase e me say me network ni twitwa because in kofono mo frefre ye no.
Jina ye.
Well, the definition. Okay. So the definition of poultry farming na nkasa ye nie ubeye wefu no so. But poultry farming goes beyond your farm. Extra efuo no. Into the four corners of your farm now, what you say, nimdie no nkwa na mihia, edi aye farm no, extra eho. Na bebre na ehwehwe o nimdie ne keka menya edi ahwe hoa ne pe, ene na ehia mitimi hwe hoa na eno ano no. Say yes nkosu ebu wo market. O sha sa nipa na o manage o farm no, e wo say onya nimdie about market. I will say onya nimdie about ingredients. I will say onya nimdie about enro ayeton. Even pricing of the eggs mpo ohia sa nimdie no. Na we dey have konkosua na ma. When ya profit.
Mintrawa no o ka say ye obi wo question amutimi bisa na ye ko. Ai. Pacho kasama me.
Okay. So, we say bebre na nimdie no okope farmer. aya training na onu onim farm practices se me hwe mmoa ne keke ama ebia mmoa no omo apom ayeye se bankosua ton na se na ne ho akere no tu e wo se wusua market no won say Ghana na nkasa na ye different regions and regions bia ne ade a omo ye specialized in producing Osha market ni bi o yemfa ne say me Shine Hills market e be mi nyina no e bia be 10,000 people are here sa 10,000 na was me take sa 10,000 into consideration say me plan me farm the fact say yes poultry farming na profitable doesn't mean say unya wo sika na no wa bebie be 10,000 capacity farm say market need me anton kosua na and don't forget say nkosua was shelf life ebedum pempenso bi no ebetimi apro
nkosua no wo ho
enti bebre na
yeah why yes you want na frefre ni
enkofo what enkofo no live section na no ma start a friend
okay phone it to silent battle silent
let me see something
phone it to silent yeah bro one about
a minute
TikTokia it say
Yanko fanda romo no so e
boko we dey na dey say yenya o ha dey munyina mommoa na yefa poultry ade ni hihye so ye ni bra bre no wo dey at silent
mu na kasa na si wonom no ate pe mu na kasa na wo chirichiri mu no o so no na nimi na chi obi ani ho
ye
monya no ye monya na ye wano no
mate
I'm telling you so there were class be a menen me like me joining the class be ye nyam me be by the end of this month and I'm telling you say you call the first week you know knowledge you free honum no me say me bra we na monya no honum no monya ne na wa hia monya ni bia mu nti no costume bia mu bia no
me na make us obi anya ni questions ready
yes
eja dan kwa ba
Mami, mas
yo bacho yo boss pe mu na kasa na si ha no ne ye ni bra bre no amafo ringi ni sa no
frefre be sa no omo ya na me phone hu me da oh sorry no an say yetimi nya call san ekosi be even 12 midnight because sometimes you know one say farm we no we hu abet say bibia won nim hu nim dia waje dia hye wo kon ebe miaw bebre na ehu ade ne se eya agro bi keke nanso to me no me ka se sika bi anya sika kese ma poultry business
obviously you need two phones
more phone back or Samsung back or but in fact this and look at sometimes I was say we do phone now they to silence at least now have you peace
Martin yes. Sorry to our mommy
okay ain't he say obi say because you say X oton a obenye sika nti no akoton kokododo okoto sa nkokododo na unsteady market na operate one say Ghana say no say who produce you Eastern region na say meme wo Greater Accra produce here at least you will range of prices be aye ton kosua and yet mean go beyond sa price no so imagine say wo Eastern region there will be a range very smelly margin na better you two no yentem enti ya fan say ye ton kosua ni 50 Ghana who produce you Eastern region 50 Ghana me produce you Accra 50 Ghana. Now, all dreams about the far Accra market, not knowing there's even distribution of farmers across the country. And by the time I won't castle baby take it into main market, no, Obebano Minko Shani 50. What the transport cow there no one bed there ton Accra. And don't forget saying Kosiano was shelf life. Say a war a maybe a bit media pro within 1 month heat china. Yes. Na nkofo bebree no, especially for market women, oja kosiana to ewiem. Storekeeper oja to abonten ho. Ne store mu aye hyehyeehye. Na kosiana no ane ho. Wo be di akoton no na apro. We lusu. Enti nkosua bu sesɛn. One of the things that determine the success of poultry farmers. Say we need market no. Two, we need dodo a we produce because as a businessman no, it's better say over deficit than say over surplus. It's better say ebe hia nkofo mo be hwehwe product no than say odi usika. Yes,
Mr. Praise.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Praise, Pacho, me a quick question. Pacho, my question is is there a way you can do a market research or market survey in the area now? Me find say be over land now. What person would they a poultry farm? Like, is there like any systematic way be like you can like do the market survey and see say okay, this area and I'm assassinating why this is the demand. Man, is there something available that you can use? Any resources you can use?
Okay. So no no usually say farms na sana. Yeah, utime
Abonsanfo we are see papa yi be church e dey say omo frefre ni
and go no so on my live section no.
So why are they calling? Mr. O live one na me bra no. Oyen church kakra. Ye di Nyankopon di pamocho. Hwe na mo amfre no. Because of friend the same phone na wo frɛ si no. Ebe interrupt live na at the trainer or train. Mr. Mo we live na mo betimi afrɛ nti esra mo a why. Munya botɔ na wonye nkyehwɛ na ye nyina ye nsua de na ye nuanom nso a omunya nwura family no mpɛ so mo wura mu no. Omo nso nya nimdie bi. Asana mo be from mo amafrɛ mo nti mesra mo a we live na naka mo afrɛ no wa nya mesra mo nyina.
Organic, wait there, ma'am, just a minute.
Okay.
Over your platform is so I made your whims a winning me that our platform so. May a class captain waha. And to main farmer say me in Preko.
and the class captain Osababo and the why you
Class captain on network ni on your friend that say 2% to say 8%.
Patch out, me patch out. 7%. Venture me. The American Yan said, said ye debi aye no, Muntini ya waha, ye do be asked, say, every need will be aba, na ye in aye be penny, dear. Yes, say, platform with ye was on his say, ebini say yakofo organic, bemanum yam fua, nitrima bob bewa or becheche and nioma bakum yenumi and sebi, maya nim yafa. Yes, say, after say onuni teaching nachinu. Ye wo falasi fu obi wo ye mu a ombetimi afọ mu organic din ombetimi afa queen din ombetimi afa ye wo platform isu bia din e de akodi sabi ani amransam saa no na class captain pese bekoso enti sa wo ba ha se wo besua de a fa hiansa ni nimdie no fa wom ye ntufu se fa kire fa usika komo obi wo bla wunya wo research into details Sadia ne ba organic nim hubi queen nim hubi mi apia mi nim hubi Mr. Posh nim hubi doctor nim hubi obi a wosu bia nim hubi and wa na ube face you consequence organic me da say my announcement awie nti to asomaye
If I tell you nti doc the thing is ubetime use traditional means of just collecting data in the community in which you find yourself. To be able to ascertain inti farms are and now within the district nebisa omo capacities you can use a very intelligent way for workers na nebisa dodo a omo ye but when say a ban say who producing so usually me principle na say start small ejuma bia na ye share kakra no we grow with the market inti who grow nyina no you may not even have data but Oshasi ketwa. na wodi sua market na ehu sɛ oh me nkosua dodo we yetime to ɛwɔ mmerɛ we ɛne yɛtɔn paa enti na ɛno adetermine dodo a wobɛtumi ayɛ but who grow beyond a certain capacity nso a ɛyɛ no assess wo ho the level of risk sɛ bibi tɔkye mɛ me wɔ backup a ana me wɔ sika puduo bi wɔ baabi a metime de asosɔ business na usually me say for poultry business no when to mean kra no ɛwɔ sɛ best bia ukra bia no at least unya ne 3 months sika a wobɛtumi de ahwɛ so sɛ bibi tɔkyima sɛsi a 3 months sika a wobɛtumi de ahwɛ ɔmo so enti each time a woyɛ business ni bia na wa prepare wa adwen sɛ me wɔ bɛ 3 months sika sɛ nneɛma nkɔ yie kra na metumi hold it on business no until 3 months no anko yɛ bia no maton best no sɛ me exhausted all the sources a metumi de ahwɛ mmoa no so na sɛ entumi a metumi aton ɔmo saa ɛna ɛteɛ. Now you be delve into poultry farming proper.
Oh,
Poultry farm.
Me pacho follow up question to me pacho follow up question real quick. Eti class so the any you be TB you baby. My question there quick and they say what is you say start small and then grow bigger
Yes.
now. What is in your case, you know, what is the recommendation for like your definition of small when you start?
Okay. So my definition of small is that usually for my class, one of the things, or even on my own live sections, no, one of the things I do to individuals, and say, I was here profiling. Oba baby biana, I was here check or ye share sikadodo sign na woje a salary. Waketua ye sen. Uye dwuma foforo bi a edi sika de brɛ wo no, ɛyɛ sen. Ni ahwɛ sika won enkofo timi ko yisu ebusua sika. Business we nso ɛyɛ high risk business. Yɛmfa bosua ɛmfa nyɛ. Yɛmfa bosua ɛmfa nyɛ. Because adeɛ we ti se nipa untimi predict no whether to miss some productivity of birds. Nsu a wode ma it miss some. Feed out the ma it miss some productivity. Environmental birds no wom ebetimi asesa omo health. And in the baby or why you baby sow and would I say that there are lists of questions I you baby sow woo nipan. So it differs from every individual to the next person. So we won't say oh yeah your profiling now. If you are baby 100,000 cash be ho I won't need it anymore a long-term investment. A long-term investment. And yeah short. Obi ya say 2-3 months me person use cano. Uye layer business na enum to me. Now also that so ye babe can about poultry farming proper. Enti me ko eno so a obetete nsem bia eye hidden truth na a war poultry farming nim. And some challenges how betimi confront wa one take time a obetimi lose investment ni na. The very first thing, share poultry, yes.
Organic, a quick one. Doctor, dear, now can on, Mamma Fabi shame kakra was a the bay, Obenya and Cassia ye. Na me brano, Monya no dear, Messera Queen. A bear, Sansu booking in the next time on Sansom Rabbi because your tiny trimmer, dear, she will
Baby, me quiet any lessons, baby.
Mr. Moon Bookino, why Momo than Amos Hanson, Moman promise someone son of a this I want here, Munyan be a million a corner macano. Okay, doctor, mammy, and Fabi being showed in was saying, experience can create be a million and percent deal just 10 seconds. So, what's your system now? A do central phone air faster now, because you're talking from pa. And I do say, and Cransu be a school and Omoma Quainsoa and a son of a from Kakra. In Tibia, when you beginner, now unfortunately, no, we production a committee timer, avian chromophone air faster now, over 50 talent kakra with your marketing. So these are some of the few things I also taking note. In Pime Brano, Obenya will track the way Munira could see we. Into the Munya will train. Me say, medical
nasa or open into the class into the fire.
Queen manage. Yanyani be manage.
pen asem no ya
Okay,
adwene pa
so
kata ne wisu
so
kakra bra.
Class
okay.
captain, why you late?
So
Wo?
me pacho poultry business. Obi sɛ uhia nneɛma a uhia asase. Me pacho enya asase bia na yɛde yɛ poultry farm. Enye location bia nso na obetumi ayɛ poultry farm. Sɛ qualification for baby a obetumi ayɛ poultry farm. One, ɛwɔ sɛ ɛyɛ isolated. Isolated in the sense say human beings around no ɛmbɛn hɔ. Why? Because you would end up polluting the environment with the feces, with the noise. You would end up polluting it. Yes, sir.
Mbacha wo kamblo na no wa translate abatwi mu kakra because ye twifo
Hallelujah.
na ye dɔɔso pa.
Somebody can't catch
Okay.
you.
Me say, me patron mon kai me why na I repeat me ba me ho. Me repeat me fi me won say mo me platform no so. Ade ne say
22.
okay. Enye ba biara na obetimi aye poultry farm. Enti o hwe baby a obey poultry farm ne say enye nipa mu anase baby a nipa eya dɔɔso wɔ hɔ no. Untimi nye poultry farm no wɔ hɔ. Nyenti a kasa ne sɛ uye obi a wo dream poultry farm ho te sɛ wo future business na a obey ne kɛseɛ no. Sɛ nipa ba mpotem no mu a ebi no ɛbɛbɔn akoko bi no bɛbɔn. Two, ebe generate particles sɛ wo use wood shaving so feed na ɛwɔ mu ɔmo broken feathers ataban na ebubububu ayɛ nketenkete no ebe pollute environment na uwo mu ɔmo nso bɛyɛ dede ayɛ sɛ deɛ mprɛkoteɛ nkukɔ nso yɛ dede paa enti sɛ wote nkɔfoɔ mu anampotem a development ɛkɔ so no ebe din sɛ wobetumi ayɛ wɔ hɔ. Two, wontumi nyɛ poultry farm ɛwɔ waterlogged area. Baby a nsuo ɛtaataa hɔ no wontumi nyɛ ɛwɔ hɔ. Wontumi nyɛ ɛwɔ hɔ because oyɛ wɔ hɔ na flood waters ebe we flood waters ebe ba wubuo mu enti ube unse mpem bebre ne yese oba be ye poultry business na ube pija building no meanwhile uhia say flood prone area obe den na odi aduane aba efuo no so obe den na odi nkosie efi efuo no so na se bibi hia na se odi ebe efuo no so na se kwan na enye ka na ebeka kwan no so challenges a ube face nti selection of land anase ope baby a asase na ade be poultry farm no was say ye pe this your friend is saying we use this to be able to know say aha e betimi aya anase ye ntumi nye enti one obehia motorable road. So these are the list of things yes motorable road to baby a asase no wo already akase yenya fast developing place baby ampum to anase development ekoso ntentem obi build estate mu na wasase wo wasase bi o oto with osika but the bylaws of the place nhyehyɛ na ɛwɔ estate no ho no emma wontimi use sa land no for poultry farm. Because estate developer na kasa waka cho say dan number besi baby a nipa betimi ada na also say asase na mato no be person me dey poultry farm untime fanye
na ye wo regions I said I poultry farm na
me pa cho say
regions and I say areas in your particular areas I said I poultry farm na it is
currently no what they say doma the oma shase ache enti places ni bebre wo ho na ya sha ase sa no say farms na ya adults a even if the laws doesn't allow it nkofo na ya adults wo ho de na wontime nkonkotu o enti munya mododo na amato asase wo ba bi faako ama sha ase ye na yentime betu but say development ba na se nkofo osisi dan na nkofo etu ba na your friend is saying because there's something called stress menim say the cash stress will treat
Aye.
say even community a ye dede bebre untimi nya nkokɔ wom because the panic reactions everywhere birds baby a tipa car kakra na car kesi abefa ho no bi abo aben pin wo dey old wo ho a ebenya stampede ombewu enti usually no say ye pe asase a ye beye na ubo se na nkofo locate omo ho in isolated places. Because in that isolation, omuhia quiet, omuhia din how do you call it? A quiet environment. Yes, to be able to flourish, to be able to say make me atu omunkosia, and not never selection of land. And a two, adan sie no. Edan a wo ba be si a wo de ba benya nkokɔ, enya wo dream house, eya akokɔ dan. Bebre na ote ya okosi dan kese ye ba be ye tiles ni fixing light ni fixing way the structure now the ba be no after selecting your land say ye cost structure no na we see dan me pesi dan na ye fe ni ye hia wo dan na ne hu say at least there is ventilation unit be bia mframa betimi abo akom e na be bia mframa betimi pie afi dan two enye design house ebia wehuna nipa ni disika bebrebe dia room wa concrete floor about 9 inches enhia akoko no ne ho nheda nye den se preko otimi tutu fem ubetinya ye normal mortar work e wo form e de won kokko ato ho enti eno no nheda nye den kra e wo dan sie num say even o find ohun out of Accra na baby a owo no nnua wo ho a ye betumi atwitwa septic e de asi dan na mepa chokofo no enye designer house obi amesre o wa akokọ dan no ho ni ehia ba ne ya akokọ na nkasa enti nkofo bebre timi di sika bebre no de asi dan no we wie sese sika ni ho a odbehwe nkokọ no so enti bebre na atimi si dan ubo se no akacho edan we am see ye no edan is about 230,000 Ghana cedis na nkoko a oba be fa ne se untimi mfa 1,000 best because on wa chiro o diskane nyina de ewura dan nim na edan ne emfa bibia mfa mbre o ye hia ne eye shelter for the birds me say I say branti a wa hye so ana wesi abrabo so a opesi otoka chenchina agima toka amono ka mono no o papa we yeduma be 25 years efe no wetimi ato ne first car wo wa shas ya wo yeduma ya unse biska enkoto e bia home use bi na we use because the essence of car is say move you from point A to point B no akose sika to car no say na ne ho kire no won niema foforo yemu enti wa akukọ no so de no me pato edan a in definition of akukọ dan no what is fit for purpose say obetimi de anye nkukọ no simple
nya wo tire ma me Mr. John structures no we me between what TikTok ho no bibi say ya na bibi say well
okay.
So,
yes structure ni be say this is a double
okay. Say we
one say we are punching and then yes but first one now we show you no and no akoko de a omo ye yes wadeke no but e dan say no nso no e wo say wo hwe ni ye enye mmoadodo na betimi akotop ho because e wo say wo hwe baby a wo ba be environment no yamfa no say estate ben wo hospital e ben wo ana school e ben wa who said a lot of flying particles ebeba ho and the particles will be polluting the environment.
And who here say we are no double sir.
Say you find baby a baby pollute environment and I say nipa ni around that. Who sika na wo betime de aye. And who materials na e wo ho a be cheap no because the essence of the building is that don't go and spend much money in the building than you'll be investing in the beds.
In the beds, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And no, and dying there no. Now, there are various systems under which we can raise birds, but before we even go under the various system, you actually breed of birds. You see, our Ghana say, we don't have any company which is into the breeding of parent stock. Yen nyinaa no ye top birds no from Amanone. Enti well-established companies eba Ghana no matter sa parent stock no. So countries like Netherlands, countries like Germany, countries like Holland, countries like Belgium, countries like Canada, US, they produce this parent stock and sell to individuals to be able to use for the breeding of commercial birds na yewo. And these are genetically formed birds. Almost selected offsprings.
Class captain Obi no kimi do no ye waduma meba. Oh, enedie. Bacho kasa meba sisia.
Okay. So, won't me in fact breed bia
Class captain waho.
Okay. Won't me in fact breed bia keke enka se o de share akoko business na se. Class of birds are your groups no, your broilers ewo ho. Your layers ewo ho. Your indigenous birds and your local birds ewo ho. Wow, we'll go into commercial farming to say they are 10,000, 20,000 birds. Or you then cover local birds, or DNA, 10,000, 20,000 capacity. It's not scalable, to me. But ubet me they will commercial breeds, like your friend is saying, commercial layers, no. Ubet me in your farm of 10,000 capacity, 20,000 capacity, 30, 50,000 capacity. Ubet me a no. Because the commercial breeds, no. And no make me scale. And two no so no under the various systems that you can do it, it's also there for them to flourish. Now, because of the different breeds now, you want layers, you want dual purpose birds. I was say we breed nasi and sana wato. Enti bebre now so name breed cra ebema results or hwehwe enti obi say oh anka me penkoko a ebe tonkosia. Now I got a dual purpose bed and now bed that obe produce both meat and eggs amano. Okoto sa bed now obe produce both meat and eggs amano na. Yes. So oshe beds na ewo hana eye commercial layers. Omo essence ne say omo tunkosia. That is why they have been that is what they are made for. Any commercial farmer all dream say me person me turn coconut as old layers intia na oil layer farming no mpacho wetin
Obeboka.
The essence of doing a commercial layers no, it is not for you to get the bird to sell as old layer. Nkosua na osi on to ma enti be prepared say obetum nkosua dodo a obetimi dey yi usike film. Layer business yen train 1 week, 1 month, near declare profit. Every single day, I will raise layer our way full so I was see who profit do awoye and now loss do awoye in care.
And see the hipa was a
Okay, so I will Ghana say no. Osha broiler market no already here compete with Akuko Force IFI Amanone Eba. The reason our force AD market share, greater market share ewo Ghana ne say countries na FIBA no, 1 omo technology no, 2 omo asase, 3 omo machines, omo grow large scale of inputs. Until the price of the input is so low, say nipa ne bet me dey grow na aboa. Owie kra na aboa na say cheaper than what we locally grow. Enti wo dey bisa ho hwe Akoko Force oba be compare prices enye say yesika say sometimes ye wie Akoko Force usually no e was omanman no so na omoton dey breye no ebe ba ha no o convert kra na price no e lower than ye de no. Why? Because the ingredient prices and our ingredients na ye wo Ghana no dey boarding.
Na me person bisa say nkoko na omo tu wi a omo atu awie nyina no Na etimi do time bia o muntimi ntu bio. Anka sankoko ne ebetimi eku omo ya akoko force ni bia na. Mini se me question what masa. O se we o bebre wo hono mo wo hu.
It's the life expectancy of the life expectancy, the production expectancy in terms of life, you know, of a layer. That is what she's trying to arrive at.
Na se ka ye kra ye be import akoko force no ye betimi ato we na yusu ni sa. What masa?
Okay. There's a very simple reason to that. Share the price of maize in your market. Edu baby krana yentimi grow maize to support the local economy. Aji are importing maize, no. And here poultry farmers, no, we are dependent on the ingredients from these maize farmers, soya bean farmers to be able to prepare our feed. And if there is drought, obviously feed prices have gone high. So the individual that is producing the chicken is dependent on ingredient prices now ye quoted at the farm gate. For maize and soya. Those are the two major ingredients of every poultry farmer. And maize na anko ye wo man mu pe na price per chicken na go high. Why? Because the input prices here two major ingredients are energy level maize no ebro no and soya bean no. These two prices say bibinya affecting the price of chicken will go high, the price of egg will go high. Is the reason now say Ghana betum pon ewa akoko nyemu a was say, and it is a business also for ye papa and mama manone ana yawofo and brothers and sisters are mo find mo ho amanone no. One thing is that if we can be able to sustain and grow inputs and grow the production of inputs in the country, then we can be able to sustain the poultry industry and have the price of the chickens that we produce very low. The difficulty in a poultry production, it is because we are not having the input prices lower. Say Ghana, averagely, 1 ton of feed, I 20 bags. One kasa is about 7,000 Ghana cedis. That is 1 ton of feed. 1,000 birds, babies are ton of feed within 10 days. And just pray said those birds would be able to produce for you. If they don't produce, you've run at a loss. And the akukone prices is determined by the inputs we get, because we are only a receiver. We receive the inputs from the farmers because the birds are there. Bird ain't excuse. Bird is living on feed. And what makes the bird to produce is the feed you give them. So if you don't have enough feed to give them, or if you don't have enough quality feed to give them, forget about it. You are not having an industry. And it is the reason we cannot sustain it. Sometimes people say, your market needs to grow, not above them. Why? Because we are not sustaining the inputs. The growth of the inputs, to me. And how many farmers are there? Your brothers and sisters now are more farming in our villages. Most of them have moved to the inner cities. Or a white collar job. Because guaranteed price now, mano. On also share M1. Now we journey back. We jai a phone now all Me one Canadian so buy and can support a crack. And that is the challenge of the industry. And if you look at it, because we depend on it, the moment indicators now show like fertilizer prices echo high, weed control prices echo high, insect control insecticides echo higher. Invariably, that input price now will be as the selling price. Input, the price is already high. How do you reduce the product that you are going to sell to the market? And this is a challenge. So it's a business opportunity for big men out there who want to also do an investment to be looking at this sector. Already there are GMOs, and they say viable seeds. And so if you are doing it, then you are going in the professional way. At least a better assessment can be made of the area. And it is the reason sometimes you look at it, positioning of the farm and now location of the farm gets affected. Doma, how much is a bag of maize there? Roughly about 250 cedis. Brashama Timber Market is 320 cedis. And by the time Doma person will be finishing, now the price of the inputs there na krano is high. And the whole because will be transported their bounds will also transport being out. So you see, say input prices are not guaranteed. Is the reason farm never cost we do pepper so be la farm na collapse because me share say input prices never go higher. I just at the best no so. Met best no so na my ketua bi because me sure mint me the risk levels near high mint me sustain farm no. Because maybe touch my say I no mint me and to pay. I cannot buy feed. Want me and to feed once, twice. Farm never collapse. Now, let's go to the labor market. You need a lot of qualified people that man our farms. And the Agri College is producing people, but they are also not, most of them are not interested in agri. Remember, say, in the early days, I mentioned here, ever since I started this business, no vet officer has visited my farm. I think me going to look for people. So if no vet officer has visited you, even within the encatchment area, I'll find out. So I have a problem. How they going? It's a friend now over be vet teach. Oh, patro be boy me na menhwe say they meet me here. Meanwhile, you were district vet officers. And why you have to go around? Because after registration of the business, Oko District Assembly now can register. It's the responsibility of that guy in that office to go around and look for the farms there. At least charge you so that unconfort any the wrong thing. You can imagine sometimes due to the low knowledge and expertise of individual, make many infection on a farm, wanna spread it to another farm. Meanwhile, the investment but the low knowledge of the individual are all your farm without any training. And you see, most of us that start this business, we start from the scratch. Into one kasa one kusian. There is no way you can watch that farm. Obinso in the office, or person or diagnosing the farm and all diagnosing will best from the office because of the farm is called bed jail. To me, I say private hospital, doc. I say private hospital Babeko. Osha farm no the amount of money it is generating. Now Osha ni pan send your non so person or jail now. Osha you cannot. And mostly the people that find themselves in this sector say sustaining farm now. That is the end of the farm. Why are we not becoming self-sufficient? Because labor market farm, SHS labor, what of to farm so. Onim how to treat customers. Onim how to be able to price the egg for you to sell and make profit. Onim how to be able to care for the best or yare. Even how to be able to detect diseases. They have no idea. And then all or to cha. Oh, wait, man, draw way. Me say sometimes what me call, you see, sometimes me say doctors bow with a lot of education now. Why? Me sorry say na me tia me ya. Na ma call drugstore said me patron me pedro. And most people running their farms. Obe sorry na wako vet shop. Me patron me pedro. Me money yes me antibiotics in mom. Obaya nipa na owo hono nso because oni nimdia na odi be bisa series of questions ascertain den pa na your best na open antibiotics na ono so aton antibiotics bia meanwhile antibiotics bia ne problem e kwa solve ama aboa no enti obekwa ko load the system of the best with antibiotics and solve that problem no now what destroy organs of the best obenwana aboa ne on tubium. That is the end of the investment. And so you will see, sir, if you look at the labor market, more people need training. More people must offer themselves up. Vet officers must offer themselves up and do more training, seminars. In Ghana, there is a body that is supposed to be doing that. But how far have they gone with that? And farms may collapse over the years. I've seen a lot of farms. Maybe say farm me a glamour farms. Mako Gateway Farms are a was to when I started this business, some of the mistakes they made and abandoned structures. Me say it's a social business we are here. Travel around the country, share the number of farms that will collapse. Nako bisa what led to their collapse. Then before you start your own.
Yes,
So one say business and now sa keke and no bia sa keke and ye fa and ye business no. Nimdia ye one ne. See was our nimdia no when we started poultry itself in 2017. May I sure say yeah, but but knowledge is key. Your workers need training. There are a lot of farms that are suffering now. Sometimes production issues, sometimes marketing issues. And they cannot manage it. And you see, even structural design, problem with your structures. I am telling you, structural defects cannot be corrected when the birds are in. Then I'll be. And if you look at it from the side, I can labor once a new. So big a Canadian to farm no so. I want the best now see obey because I was say at least only some background, be vet background there. If you first it go bet me before a vet comes in. Because vet no until sa keke a obe friend na odimrika eba. Even so was standby vet. Okay. And so these are some of the challenges with the industry. But notwithstanding these challenges, I must tell you, say poultry business is a very profitable business. This is something I have done full time. I am not ready to do any other business because of what I have earned from the business. And if you look at the trends of it, you see, your market Nankasa has its own way of regulating us. A civil conform we chaff no, a yom film. And we have one cycle farmer. If you are farm no, one cycle, and go ye even the best no crown in do 1 year. From day old now, they buy in do 1 year, no at home or check Christmas. And now train will be a bit near the clever because only in DNT near oil no on tears here. Or ye can crap and now a bread. Only 1 or 2 challenges, but none about what means sustain farm no. 3, others do not also have the required cash to run the business. And the lack of planning. And you see some people on planning, and they say, oh, anything at all that I do, I should be able to run this farm. Say with the cocoa bikeke. And so I would be able to do it. Or yeah, poor planning. Sikadubo send and come in shame. Ebia me build ya me ya plow back. Financial discipline ben wasn't minya. Say sika efin mo bano. Sika ni nyina ye mi sika. Because okoton adie na be 70 to 80% of that money will be invested in feed. But only or this sika na no akọ spend be 50% of sika no. E say ne wan tire no we go di capital ni po aka ho. And the farmer is nowhere to be found because investor na kasa o hwa sika no farmer na eko because ono odwin say onye sika puduo ne sa no the bulk money after sales no that is all the profit. And most farms also do not keep proper records. Farms need be brave. Into more projections need be wrong. And to take it into consideration some of the significant items was done a list. So depreciation of assets, say building now or no, and who beto chima, you have to do repair works. And was OTC can be out of your profit added to her. Say obeto best need you, and was OTC can be the to her. So bet your labor, I was out to can be to so beton row, I was out to can be to but the brain and need proper records and a system to be able to run into all your almost says you can in onyanya after sales. Say, oh, Mattia Bianisika. Now, with this getting in until maybe one cycle, no, that's it can be a new one or they may replace stock now or one. Now, farmer, that is the end of the farm. But one sad aspect of this business, they say, what ye now won't mean ye no. one of the psychological effects amount is say structure ne da ho e hwe weni na wo dwen say eh na first na me 3,000 no na so say me timi nye bio 3,000 gram me timi mfa bio because you lack financial discipline. Yes sir.
Organic passion, one quick question. Until you were talking about cycle, right? How many months or weeks or that's a cycle from day old chicks coming in?
So this
is
the gentle farmer. Near oil near your friend brooding.
We know.
Edua baby oni. Near oil near your friend brooding.
Ah, we know.
Okay.
So, my question is, what does one cycle? No,
okay.
We talk about cycle.
So
cycle, how many weeks? How many months?
Yes, this is brooding. Within. Yes. Oh, Edu is my very good friend. I am Madam Fopa.
Ah.
Okay. Look at
before Akoko, from day old now, ordinary about way full so.
Organic, the chance say we network no am say e delay kakra nti no o
kasa me pato
check kakra ansa na wo what e clear but the chance say yene kasa e bedi be bia 5 seconds ansa na wo what and so respond this na e bedi be 5 seconds and e bia but I think that is what is happening until network am say e wo form kakra.
Okay. Me pato me ba me refresh me page, you know.
Okay, so any all refresh your page, you know, me respond to question that Dr. Ebusai, no. Doctor, question that Ebusai and say cycle it take how long? It depends breed na or no. But for commercial layers, you know, most of the time I know 2 years. You could do best 2 years time and then one I am right. What's all the body or tongue because Twaso.
Is he okay now?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Continue, bro.
Wow, can sense here my boss could to
Okay. Enti ade ne say okay.
Hello. Hello,
Yes.
Mr. Mikasana.
Matise. Yeah, mpacho.
Organic came say online network no.
The network ni hard you can but na can me try actually in with question that Dr. Ebusai.
Meti mu nyina
na me di fam no mesre se
meti mu nyina monka.
Yo
Network here hard been power. Oh.
Now who can be from the beginning?
Mr. Dankwa my post kakra bi.
Organic people pato yete won kan.
Network na den na
Mr. Dankwa my boss.
What in ka busia for?
Yeah,
and I think
okay. Na ejada kwen kan bibi nko wi ana organic
at
that is say this year say obi ade atom.
Yo, Mr. Mikasa.
Aye.
I think so be at yeah.
Okay.
Organic can anyama ba ko very important as a beginner. Me face a lot of challenges. I face that. Me shas here, me shas with Plymouth. So I check, no. I bought about 3,000 check. Na me say turkeys ne other bears ni na layers pen na me. Ain't you know me my dream is say nipa no ode me bear mu no my dream say bia you be reproduction you be hatch tie ma me to incubators ne ade but edu me started say me hatch no na me nya customers tina na say me budu me say I show me am say mo aduane. Into Christmas they do ya me pese me ton bi in fact. Me kaka me boy ya. Almost getting to 2 billion. Yes.
Hey.
I can't boy. And money being so be woo ye. But in ya man papa say me see your beginning because I'm a boy me ho gu ho say scam pese me dey. Into about something no. Why don't I enter into laying beds? Since me start of laying beds. Until me started with laying beds. Now laying beds, so problem I me come from the beginning, no. Say yes, sika me wo. Could you believe say best ne do baby no best no and two. Almost to do baby almost two for about 6 weeks now. I started about 6 weeks now to best no and two.
Hey.
On better baby 40%, 30%. Yes, me am the sika so. Eto feed. Between top feed 270 million. Now, scale on the baby be 50 million. Yes, I'm going to discuss. And I miss my reaction to say, me found me neither. The baby be a mayor. And the music I want who am the bay. It's a do baby, no. And wait, my talk, quite see away. My yet, dear, send me be a morning to. Not to say a slight mistake, beer. And I mean, mistake, I mean, say. Mistakes me person me busa organic sa question way me person me answer me person no be answer
Okay.
Organic
Okay, me patch on me tie.
obi
Yes,
ho
sir.
or laying beds but laying beds no best into why try all means every the vet na catch any bia so nya bia no yeah and so still
Okay.
best no and to the quantity so much no say be almost to a year so much
Okay.
190 something percent almost man about 41% and 50%.
Okay.
Hey.
The BNS
Okay.
or this also a tough thing. Why you be beer so you be our cleaning or clean or cleaning what you be beer so you be medication or the mouth.
Bibia enkoye.
Beer and quay best and quay. No can say.
Where the utia wo.
Mr. Dankwa.
About
Odi mnentia, Mr. Dankwa mnentia mesre ne se. Mnentia mesre ne se. Mnentia mesre ne se. Ewo business we mu. Unim na se wo she business na se with the wrong breed of birds. Ubeti.
what about your mutual one?
Now you Plymouth Rock. Your friend check.
Yeah,
Never you.
mutual one. I check the end. I want them to do my good. But there's and me layer. Na me no. Layers are me and I question. Almost two alright. It's a brand. Almost nipa me ne fa ni dia me dia me start me dia me fa no me at the end of say me brood mu wi na nkoko 5 pen afim 5 pen na afi who almost start say omo beto no na afi bi a start we be kona mienu be kona ba nsa we be kona nine enti na mo say you say ma ya me yeah never to what you do we never to what you do we so we say free
Mr. Dankwa, me pacho
Organic.
me sound same way bi.
Organic.
Yeah,
Me patch 1 second. Say be ya ube who said you watch it no yate ase no. Ma me answer Mr. Dankwa question no busa wo ne man who say teaching na who teaching no yate ase pa.
but your money answer me so what answer
Doctor. Mami beauty doctor. Organic customer me.
Okay. Mr. Dankwa, me de wo share asia from baby a o start say o faili. Na obi a o fi ho start no. Na we hu say de obetimi e faili in this business.
Yeah.
Plymouth Rock ana check. Enye commercial layer. Obetimi atu nkosua de. But nkosua dodo maximum ega obetimi amount. In a 365-day cycle, obetu nkosua 240 eggs.
Mpacho, and I'm
All
man,
those other things.
Mpacho, I'm in Chuano. On the me, send me the bay reproduction. My yes, I mean the bay
Yes.
laying a semi that me the me the produce on my kind. Me found as a parent stock.
Yes.
Parent stock, na me the prince a honor.
Okay.
And I there, yeah, go go there, on me. I overcame it the earlier stage because
Uh-huh. The reason I am
Organic.
starting
Organic, but
the
hold on,
reason I'm starting
organic.
from there.
Queen, me
Okay.
say come class him kakra bi was in Mr. was in hard dream
Mpacho,
ya.
o money and some I
Yeah.
answer.
Oh.
Money answer.
More organic in me.
Okay.
Organic in me, yes.
Queen, very important me say before
Mr.
me answer
Dankwa,
question Mr. Wa.
Yes, sir. Mpacho
me
money
lay
answer.
foundation.
Yeah, no, what.
Mr. Dankwa,
Meet
me
you,
lay foundation bi ama wate asie nienti
Okay,
a
okay.
near oye no ana near oye no and
Yeah,
yield the results amount.
okay.
Commercial layers no, your commercial layers wo ho. And ye what dual purpose bed ni obema wo nkosua ye won kokwa ya ye omo se wo de obaaya nkosua na oba beto
Yeah,
ye won ye nso a obema wo nkosua e na nam
yeah,
a ye fo no dual purpose bed
yeah,
and ye what broiler nso wo ho for meat enam
yeah,
mistakes a ye ne se bebre na ekoto dual purpose bed because of prices na onye omo in place of layer. Enti obi kura saso no the consumption at the peak of when you na otun kosua no because of body size a okura no ne honam said the tie ni nti no onu bedi higher than no commercial layer no.
yeah.
Enti okoto sa bed no na se o se open kosua wo ne nchen tempo anka o de ye reproduction na nkosua dodo a obetimi ama in a 365 days afi baako a wetimi atu pa ama 240 pieces of eggs akoko baako. That's yare anka no na se owo ho na se na apomu ye na se owo ahoden edidi ye o ma na eduane ti se de wo ma o commercial layer na eduane o ma na eduane ankosua dodo obetimi atu ama onyina 240 pieces. Na se bibi to chima na se wentimi anto ana se yare abem esu betimi ate. But ni peak a obetimi ama 240. Ebi kra de escale at 220 depending on baby a wonya akoko nifi. Now there is something called breed of birds. And meaning how do we even say breed?
Aboa de fariban ne fariban baby abusua ofimu.
Ebusua ofimu.
Okay.
Enti akoko na ebusua na ofimu no etre gene na ekura no a se oba beto a potentials a ekura no I say doctor awawo menya sure say doctor wo a ne ba be ka kire ne say ebia opese okoye kpompo enya se kpompo adwuma anye o but doctor na environmental ne ba obe training no wenya kura no ebia lowest limit kura ne say why masters ana what better than engineer and now say what particular field but doctor engage and back because nyama all passing on to Sabofrano in terms of character training, in terms of even traits or the bemano no sakola ne be wonim die bia is inbuilt echenimu. And the same thing happens with breeds. Yento incubator fan shede mu nka se me ye hatchery. One, o steady market na. Two, breed of birds men na de ba be ye hatchery no. Enti wakofa won ponchen oye breeding wo fie sa ponchen na e cross maame na no wawo sa ponchen be ma na e cross ne ba no wawo genetics mu no me ma nyem preko sometimes we met me having preko a ya wo mu because of inbreeding enuanom ne opapa nom e da no enti sometimes yet meet wo preko na preko ni preko ni se bi oni to preko ni bodua preko ni nan preko na so ba ku ni ho inbreeding etime cause saa de no. Now eba nkukọ nyemu nso a carefully selected breeds and yafa or papa from one line and ya develop another line yafa female no two way never be share ansa no manya commercial breed na wo no yamfa akụkọ bia saa keke amfa mbom se akụkọ ba ne bema ana nnuanom mo meti a mo betu nkosu a mo de offspring beba ubenya inbreeding varieties na ana breed na ubenya no. There is no way you can guarantee the productivity of that bird. If you're a doctor, no, our scientific terms are waiting you so, but me explain it to the basic understanding. I ain't na waiting here. And the busuye bi mu wo ho, e bi etipayare, enuani timi ware. Obi ne e bi ane ant ba etimi ware a. Sometimes people say yare ba ku betimi anam omu nyina mu etipayare omu nyina timi nya. That is what happens with inbreeding. It is very serious. Seba genetics. It is a forming and ye combine better. Carefully selected ones. Into companies were omu produce this parent stock. Omu produce grandparents no. No more produce parents no. Ana awofo no. Awofo nema. Ena ye yusu ewo ye fuoso. As commercial breeds omode tun kosua maye enti wo se okofa akoko be me bia se we your be enti otun kosua enti ende me de saa obema no traits be na wo saa bema no ma e be guarantee se eba na oba be wo ana eba na oba be hwiane no e betimi ama productivity se ana se yare bi mu o e betimi aba na sweepy ebe sesa wo nkoko ni nyina de akọ. This is genetics and a bit technical. If you doctor nebe what terms are will be media about mo level ama matias here. But when so here e won kuko nyemu enti enye ne saa keke. Now yembra Isa Brown na ofa here no. Now saa nkuko na wakofa no. One e wasi ye hwe source e na ofa nkuko no. Sa baby a wo fa ye no so no omo hatchery practices den baby a ye hwane nkokọ no ne hatchery practices den obi efimu bia incubator bi no mo apedi aton kwan chen baby ana one room bi baby no say I said the ICU me say hatchery te said the building hospitals be different units to ho, especially for intensive care unit. Sometimes awofo Obeko hospital, audition na one hospital ho. Ana yaresabia ho. Ni say oh mpabwa na wo hye no, ontime mfa nrem. Urem a wetietia niema bebre so ebi obi atintesio oyare na otintesio no. Biosecurity. Oyare na otintesio no. Ana say ebi obi sebe agene nan wo baabi a wetietiem, wo wetiem a wo de ba. Oba yesi ontime nrem, nipa no nti ase. Me de hye na wo ho, e wo se me ko inside, na me ko hunu. Biosecurity. O ye deep litter system na o nante wo ho a sebe o de atwa wompa bo ase o nante a na hwe niema dodo a wetietia so a o de ba be hye wo buo mu. The same thing with the hatchery. We won't say a disinfecting and keep it closed doors. There are certain places and now baby mu ho yes won't mean ra ho o se won't ase and a hatchery no krano on maintaining that standard. Nkosua no mu no, don't forget say nkosua no won tokro nkosua na ewo ho no aboa na oba be form wo inside otimi home enti ubetimi transfer viruses and bacteria to sa aboa na ye nhua na ye ehyenimu oje koto wefuo so a ebi wo ho early days oye ketekete na wo hu na akokọ ba no emficha onyi ewonimu akokọ na enyem edum pempen so obeto ama no na asema ba
wow
enti nimdie bebre wo ho na wehu sese mayembra wankasa wo system oye deep litter system a who said 90% of the problems you'll be facing is with the wood shavings. Wood shavings na ye mpa na nkokọ no ba be da so in the deep litter system. But bisa won be here fa na osesa wood shavings no. Oko sawmill near the bush shavings egu ho nkofo anum koko or the rubber natum obi anum yogurt or the rubber natum obi atintesio egum obi ebia wanante wo baabi edia be nante so bush shavings na ya pack egu ho ma egu sack mu sese kra ni nya ne ye din because ye ni ebia bebre a ye twitwa ton biom enti bush shavings na obenya no ye beka se din se obenya enti ketwa na ewo ho no kra ya collect ama no oso ba ya uhia bush shavings de egu ubuo mu entempara se obe treating po un treating ye se obe make sure se wa disinfecting ye a dry at least ehun se niam bi wo mu kra obe yi no onye se wo de sam pa no akose kete ama wo mmoa e wo dan mu se wo nda so bisa wo se yare ben pa no menya wo sa buo ni ana two even cross with the sawdust in their back ebuo nim no don't forget akụkọ bi no nso ba be mix it with sawdust no enti ewo buo nim nso etimi generate yare because e bi na mix it with sawdust edua ho no mix it with eno uni dodo wo ho na mixing no nso aye poor enti enche na wo shavings na ewo buo nim na apro ukonya nsuo a eka no nso na asentem enti ube se ammonia gas a etimi irritate eye no a etimi ma respiratory infections eno nso timi hammoa no na aha na asem no wo onti antibiotics na asia na nnura ye de mama mama na obi akolodi ne best with antibiotics bebrebe no damage organs ni nyina of mwa no ntubiom na because antibiotics ni bi wo ho a ewo properties a ebitimi dia hye nkosua when you su ni I said ye catch say over the counter medicine doctors say catch ya enkoto eduro bia keke nnum ye bodero onte oto o se u kidney ye bodero catch sa na ya ye bebre no so ye nyen ye moa wadwen na ne say eduro bia menya memmoa ne yare misika bi lususka o intime de eduro bia menya bia ma memfa hwe moa no so o de hwe moa no u bisa ho se den na se eduro no be ya ma moa no na simple o follow dosage and instructions na ewo container no ho ana obi ko hu eduro na no se wasa bebre moa ne yare intime sa ne bebre a adwen no because oni na lebienti ma me num ne bebre ana ma me ma no moa ne bebre na omo ho nto omo na uma ne bebre na e containing some drugs like tylosin, some like doxycycline and rofloxacin. When we a third generation antibiotics are uba be usua uhia nimdie na ewe dro no ho ansa na we yusu time of the day no mpo audi edro no be ma no so you have to consider it. Dr. Kraukwa de che edro ni bi wo ho ye se wo kwakoda no wano meanwhile o dwen say da ho sa keke edro bia de se me ho nya mfa me pe no ane se makoto edro na me num unya doctor's advice the professional advice because all the say one say ade ne entail a lot. There is a lot of things in this business one follow sa poultry farm ne dey to adwemu udi usika begum ebe hye na me sika bi eni ho your friend says sika kese ema poultry business ukra 1 billion akoko betinye di ni nyina na onto nkosua no na makatro se u labor sika akoko na wato aba sika eduane sika edan na usi ye sika workers sika asase na auto ye sika bebi a wudi nya sika ewa akoko no ho ye nkosua na oba beto ama broiler ye nam na oba beton na oton according to weight na when ya weight na one baby a otimi enyematimi tochima ana adia ba konso a ebia sometimes emma intem emma hunhu ne se ebia hunya nkosua dodo sometimes se mu we tire na se mu ye business na me say eya ye yeduma with trusted people obi a owo nimdie a owo integrity oye honest obi timi wi awon kokọ ekoton awu nim se yeton kokọ ni bi wefuo no so With your farm, no, nobody is auditing the farm. Intini panel the oh me patro nkosiane yenya 15 year no, da yenya 20 year no. Meanwhile, if you are expecting see ebenya 40 pieces and 40 crates of eggs. Oh, da niema nkoyi o, da wo see ekoto eduro, ebu okwa won to eduro no. Ena nkofo bebre no so omo akasa formulate omo feed. Se wankasa o ye nkuko na eduane. Unnim hu nim dia mpacho enye because akuko di balance feed and san wetimi atu nkosua na feed na ye formulating no so eno so onnim die
ejuma wo ho papa
ejuma wo ho entimi ameti he se de obesi dan minim enura obema best minim ni nyina de o na so ne metimi dia maintain profitability of the business minim market survey said the men who said senkofo bebre ba around time of the year make kwakoto nkosua around this time tinkosua no so nkosua ebu ti so na nkofo ntimento na nkontem enya sa one man ba be say hit chisa nkosua na ebe pro baby mu wo ye ntimi nkipi nkosua untimi fa nkosua mfa mpaki wo fridge echiri because e ho na produce hit nkosua na be no ane ho baby a oye nsuo niema untimi fa nkosua mfa nkoto ho enya sa nkosua na be pro ntem. By the time I depend for the back on the catcher and Jan or catcher say, I started pro. It is happening dear way in here to be able to build the business. But yet, Danyanko Ponce says, no. Yes, so yeah, set Nkufo bet me. It me running farms to make poultry farm is very profitable. The only risk associated with it is who lacking knowledge and skills now.
You're organic. Let me say, my main the na make me problem I me encounter and how I solve it. Let me say and kokona me kofa you know. Na a foreign bird and the nipa me no kofa na he was doing 98% near there.
Okay.
But me you know. Na the mistake me say the mistake me say the quantity of feed na me the mouth. The same quantity no the mouth, but the time me na me they feed in mouth was mistake. No, me they me check feed no say be 80 kilos. Me man on 3 times a day and a day anyway. Not say it was totally wrong. Now, the buy and say, many people consider the wrong right. Next, I said, my mom, the major be 60% in the morning. Now, if it be a 4 hours time, because me come back me buy in three times in a day, 4 hours time, mama will be 20%, and I say 30%. Now, if 10%, the mom 1 o'clock, because me buy 5:30, I'm feeding 60%. Then we burn 9:30 to 10, almost 30%. Then the rest of the percentage, you know, burn 1 o'clock. I mean the amount. And no, was a mistake. And I mean, before mom, about 5:30, my mom, be 80 kilos. My 10:30 on my mom 80 kilos. About 4 o'clock, some mom 80 kilos. 4 o'clock, you don't need a waste. Because any baby because already say my mom earlier I be prepare egg now 4 o'clock they already the egg has already been prepared. It is a waste 4 o'clock and I'm a console and I'm a doom light, you know. So
the essence of feeding one nienti ayema anopa eduane at least about 70% in the morning they say when say akoko ne sorry a ohia weight e de ato enti sa energy na ohia e de ato no early in the morning ohia sa energy nti o feeding na 1 hour 30 minutes after feeding ubo say no man starting rush akọ laying boxes na nchen. Why? Because we're receiving energy no.
That was a mistake.
Uche mukra too much now. What you are doing is you are stressing the best because avoid the dinner on me. After some matter of munkosiano, ombekwa konum ensio bebre e de egu aduane no so. And for you to be able to say like getting them to lay more no, near and say oma say aduane na afternoon top up no, or the weather ni gauge whether to feed or not to feed early. Because the weather ni hot, na sun air scorch here. If you give them the feed, and could increase the body temperatures. And now you see at the cold hours of the morning and now early morning, and morning feed well. And later in the evening, now a Rihanna bread ne hotness now. You see that time also no a ya omudidi into a ya ye share weather no anopa ufidia. Second time now kwako feed uko feed ye isolate and now ye fish out sick birds that have been stressed because uko feed ebia na ebia ya bu obi o sheko na bi mu na ebia na wako yi no because move birds nyina and in the afternoon no obi a wa bre ne ho mfa no uko feed na otu weni ehwe because once you are feeding now fish out those birds. Now the now isolation unit. Say heat not so too much for such a bed that then you can do isolation. But Obama at equal intervals, like 4 hours now we feed it, even though OT quantity no so a wire major feed in the morning. Now you say keep it upon very busy on nothing because every time no him say if you are able feed at home, John the man relax it. The playing also helps to improve organic. The productivity of the bed.
Organic. Yes, my pause just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Me patcho my pause a minute. Announcement. Yes, Ramo platform where they said the DBI can. New man who here said the organic church they be near Chihuahua. The Chira Kwanya Ubenya Nimidie. No wa fast no wa apply now go to my day and only a yawaha. Yen two be after the program no. Corner ko siki obi ana ko inbox obi say or ye agent ye ni agent be our platform we so no so uni obi be your business a ye nsi ukwan de be ye further investigation and say na upini $100 $50 even 100 cedis kura ko obi ho so one yes sa enquiries we no be afidie yi wa platform we for me class captain me wo horo me nsafi hu organic or bema yen asem we nyame asem kroji onim ho twe kwen na efie ni ye ne de na ye nyina ye sum mu no obadane na chi ama wo enti me frɛ mo nkai boy wo ho no obi antie no nhye ne nso ginim de na fa kɔbɔ wo bla said the oya kan wa he ya nso a ne platform no organic platform na no pa bi o gina ho wo ba ho ba beto se metase e bi kono kosua bi wo ho so ye de obi ase organic ubie ye ni to aso.
Okay, inti say when feeding a money ye and also be disturb you more and a late night feeding. And to say me say most of this knowledge no me sometimes cry yeah more friend doctors but me sure say me who Dr. Bear no on also making him be any be feeling change.
Yes, I was saying no. Who did ya na do and digesting? Who feeding
how
and digesting yes sir.
Yes. A money baby sometimes no a money better for building excess fat. No building excess fat now say no ni weight gain never cost through now one weight gain cost say ability to form the eggs no now chima. So it will not be able to form the eggs again because fat now fat lining now a what vent side now a dorsum. And you see usually early morning now feeding no is supposed to be plain 70% feed now the man no it was so dear grow ms so take at least be able to use some to build worn out tissues, at least be able to use some to be able to energize itself. And the small, sometimes it even disturbs the formation of the eggs. So, Mr. Dampa, that is the way.
Organic patch more question quick. From when you bring in a day old, say what 2 layers. From when you bring a day old layer into the farm after your setup, when are you expecting that bird will start laying eggs?
Okay, to me, at least 20 weeks. Your bird, on average 20 weeks. But this is it. From the 10th week, maximum from the 12th week, the ovaries in the bird has started forming. So make sure say you are minimizing the usage of antibiotics.
Okay.
Don't abuse the system of the bird with antibiotics, because around that time the ovaries have started forming, and the ovaries would influence the productivity of the bird. So unimna say you should drugs are a burning eggs, eggs now. The number of
no cray baako no cray baako me maame owo la yi mu asibi on tebrofo ntibrofo do ba mama maame adwane maame be dwane afia asenti matwi ni nurse no ntibi
me ba cho yo nkosia nkete na ewo nkokọ mu no se enuro ni bi wo ho na ye bi edwuma ewa akokọ no ho no wo ma ne dọọso wo mmoa ne mu anase se hia na se wo de mana eya ehyi nkosua no ana eya ye ka kire wo mprempi no nso ne se hwe aboa ni na pomudin ana the health of aboa no ansa na we use certain antibiotics inti eya ye ka se eya ma ovet nhwe aboa ne ma ansa na o de enuro ni bi de amammoa no because enuro ni bi wo ho na ebetimi akwa shinkosua na ewo aboa ni ma efe na no ba be ba be form epie as nkosua fu nkosua ubenya
Things organic and a vet in the crowd. It says they was specializing in poultry, poultry.
Yes.
Yes, I
Doc. Yeah, I dear Nankasane said, won't say, and Kofo bebre na why ye jumani be pen. We jaino. Yeah, a jumani be na ye Christian kofa ye nyom be ye jumana. Esan say ye ni Kofo bebre wa or more nindia ewe jumani munti. Obi a waya egu pen so no ebi onu bi na obekwa akonya ana nkofo nso hu se eyedwuma obetimi di aye edi atumpon abrabo mu bebe na adin se eka tete no okasi ukwa akoye ku edwuma kra na wa ofu bisa se mese meba enra enyase meba nra mu bebi amaba no meba no na nkofo bisa me se na nkofo bebre edi omo ani kire kanea wo di hu koche nra mu enti bebre na adwin na omowo perception no about the farming no ono ane or dream that said no nipa we dey forget no kwadwuma dey nya ade a obetimi aye but me catro me sure say the next ewo afidu a ewo ye nima eba no at least billionaires there young men and women omo ye agric no ana omo find omo hu in poultry farming no ye betimi nya ebi ewo Ghana ha any other sector but poultry farming ubenya obi na bisa ho nkukọ dodo se ni ere nkosua se ni ere eti consumption no cry e kire o se oya ye beto the only thing is baby a oba beye e was at least ye nya grounds work ne ma ana ye kire o ni kire na e wo ho no ye kire wa ubetumi aye so bi be hia mi sesi ana obisa me se me waka o menya den me sua twi ana menya den me twi ka no maka cho se kosua baby abekwa kosua no e ho so ni asem se nipa no wonim de na obetimi de akire wa na
amo watchu ka
na wan kire wo ye nso a yes wan kire wo ye nso a me pa cho wa boka sana de ne tie se mbusa bi wo ho e wo ho a pa cho obetimi busa na e bia eno so de ebema answers aba.
I think say no be say enkukwo dodo say na obetimi dey start as a beginner.
Queen, eno no se enkukwo dodo a obetimi dey ahyase no. I say me bisa obi sesia e wo platform we so say me pa che wo say me wo ba enne a me ba no from the one I be go school, mo from school so be ko do university no. Say na odwen say me say wo sa abofra no. Obi bisa sa question na untimi bia no.
Untimi nka.
Because baby awote sika awowo. Yes, baby awote sika awowo, nimdi awowo, adwen awowo wo school kra ho. Eno so kire nti niema bebre wo ho nti ya na ye pese ye busa nipa no nsemfo bi mu oyi anoma ye a ni ejina eno so a kire ne se ubetimi aye aboa baako ubetimi aye aboa mienu ubetimi aye aboa miensa
Organic go back and just seconds why
me pa you
and then me later me yeah no newcomer be Eastern region ye frɛ ba bi wudu a akye ase oda enkuro nkutu ani ye frɛ horse ase newcomer or started 1,000 newcomer wa build kakra wa mana ho di ni nyina akodi building nim emwa no afiance omanya 14 weeks or cover not 14 weeks and they are many who can say or the batu many as last week na me dia don matoso am one no mon started say o mo betu no and I'm feeding in your man your menti ya bono don komi obi adi kan ya befa enti start small na adi kan fo obi a start your kano and the me amedi ho adanse first one ye di kan ya yi 200 afim obi asan ende obi abafa ene nipa mienu ne ba ko fa 200 ba ko fa 300 ene ye di kan ya ton wayi asatena am ne kasa ka 300 wo ho enti yesre di oka ni nyina no ni nyina ya wo wa ho adi no ubotom because feeding no 1,000 feeding now or kan ye no sa wonfisa starting na sa o start 50 na wunya nyansa ni nimdie na eno ankasa multiply no ho pia o we da say organic di obi a make sure so be follow no every day morning we call the platform no so we so ti upe rare news a efin bia ni ma onje o hwe or the show free but upe details a o hate ne bottom na or groups bebre or one yoma bebre or ye one platform no so or class master class na wa dwan no what system na say na nkoba say de ende ye bo bi de don komi no organic me da say to aso queen chicha cow for you
organic me queen pacho me my kasa quick na me sure coin na me organic nyame sure for taking the time to say we explaining bibia say information we there a very important pa nyame sure say we share side media no enti the mechanic say we organic from the beginning na eni nyina no ye say de wa ho odin betimi enti question no obi busa ekire enti say de wu busa say organic na ye say me ko wo me ngododo o say obotom na be kire enti obotom na be kire na de mehu ne say say we would research na we consult somebody like him na we timi kire wo say etoda ya na wo pese wo ya de be nipa kra na owo nimdie na wo be kire on especially ya yeti amanone no ya na ye din be na de through this app no wo share ni passe no na wo ye de wo pese wo koni bia wo consult na some mistakes na wo no ye ni mistakes afofra ye ni nyina no be boa mo aye de amwa what minimizes our risk no na what me aye de etimi ama production nyame sure for taking your time to sell better what they explaining with God bless you queen nyame sure also so me and the poultry farm and ramanante me dana abo mache be 4 ha ti say 4 na say 3 hours time 7 na say me sorry me set alarm it ye queen me sorry for checking you na unya maso and the crowd you late be 5 minutes
Hey, Randy.
There be no mama serious. We lie with them. Me fenya brokra. Me see a lot. Na me shraw. Na me shraw pa.
Bushrows.
And the mesre kwanti. Na me do my watchina.
Yo.
Yo.
Mr. John. Yen na yen rapid by 2:30 dear na. Was say
Okay. Okay. Nti the sad aspect, me sure say aduane dog aka say ubotom na betre no. Unim die first. Ansana ba ubotom.
I'm saying about bottom.
Me kai say because ubetinya ye adwuma ma obi ama wenye say sika na uhia no. Me kofa 2018 na me kofa 3,500 nkukọ.
Hey.
Na ma adwin mu nyina ne se me dwen say 70,000 na me first stock of 1,002 no. Enti me second stock no me kofa 3,500. Na 1,002 no me nya yare kakre bi ba me nkukọ no ma mentimi nkukọ no nya kata e wa akukọ terms no ye frɛ na CRD. Enti nkukọ no nya kata no mentimi nso kata na no. Ma tonno because na mente ane nyama na meye na simple. Enti sika na milusu no nkosia no nso mma. Betimi akobeye 2 PM. Amekwa kwasesa nkosia no. Na nkosia dodo amenya kra na endu 1 crate. Enti edu sa no na 3,500 no nso wo ho. Eho na ma start in Fifre. Na by then me use beye Ghana sika 70,000 Ghana cedis.
It's a lot
New
of
cedis na make country wo. By then kuko no 12 weeks. And I'm from a body big boy one night. Me lose kuko no beye 300 of them. Enti say ye catch na hwe me lose enu wie ye. Bisa me say me fa next batch ne say na me fa e say ma go for 350. Because me sua nyansa ne ye me no me say ye mu binum nyankopon ama ye nkwa ama ye second chance say wasa ama ya kwenya ne say ye mbre bi uma enu nti na ya toto ye ho ahyehye ho say ana ya to ye ho ahye ho say ye boa nkofo say ne amane a ye yakomu pen no ye mpese wo bekom because ebedu hwe me say ade bechi na me bie meni a nkuko ni ye dede omo ndidi ame ebu onu makoto feed brand na me dia neutralize feed no me dia frafra feed no say no so me wa wheat brand no so eni ahondin bia na abo na edi na at least omo wu make me asesa nkuko omo ewu in a day sometimes 8 10 nkuko du na ewu enti me ka kirew ene mpempenso a ye dui nimdi a ye wei a ene me raise bet a mitminya 97%, 98%, 99%.
Wow.
Me pacha oba be yes adwuma wei a me se ewo sika wo mu pa now so o ye without nimdi a obebre
Ogan ene ka kire o mu se o mu train o mu mental ayiso nka ho. One person so mu wu a wan hwe ya wo be ko ayi. Wo be bodam.
Queen wo emotions
emotions na making
tie at the point no hu a tie with the business emotions one say there you want more a yenye wo fie aspect to say yen kraman say be wo kraman wu wo fie kra sometimes kra na wa atu adwendwen
me say
me na because akraman na e we ni a oda ono na e hwa bonten ma o akraman no kra wu kra na wa koma. Let me say idea odi usika we investment why you juma be 15 years why you juma in this code o ko ba no we nya nimdie na so be tu sika e de show bi nsem obi ondi no krema kontompo ni obi oni nimdie udi usika ma no me say What they call to a punching be grand a weekend, no got now, baby, your barbecue,
Mate, Ken, see what you can say. Question, Ken.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, what you say?
Yes, sir.
Nyankopon adom me ho yo na mpacho so e.
Boko.
Okay. With your question kakra bi na me wo me nim say bia is related to topic no mo di ya.
Yeah, poultry farm.
Yeah, it's related to poultry farm. As a memoir na so mo anya problem kakra na me pese me bisa organic praise bia if say bi o mo bia obetimi.
Bisa normal direction. Why?
Oh, okay. So the issue is one or 11 weeks. Okay. But as about 4 days in it, na me who say you notices as a more coughing kakra. But prior to that, so near change you see deep letter. Until near change you letter now about 1 week ago. Until by 4 days na me who say more coffee kakra. And one of them so no. As now when you paralysis kakra. And no pa man we say as in the toilet no aye greenish.
Hey.
Yeah. Although medical noticing that paralysis no me separate you from the rest of the birds. But we say what doesn't you might not pinpoint or more coffee no.
Okay, no kasa no quite you.
Mpacho what men can say? Tina me say as a issue ka. Mpacho say.
Me say wo farm one in
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, me answer no me first timer. Well, Baba be a farm no one.
Okay.
It's far away from even Ben Bronga half of Doma outside, but it's about 3 hours away from Doma. So hardly will you get to be a like a consultant, be a bit me a free crowd. I say we are quite share M1. So I say my own knowledge in I'm just a doctor, but me anyway. Until I say me nim the crown human biology na me den. Me de apply kakra na. But I say we need the I need.
Where I do some.
Sure, we dear. I say you hear painful kakra.
Oh, doc now all background now who's through.
One 1,200. Until that's me de me ni hosisi me wo me ni me practice wo UK ba me de ma chiriba ye last born no. Nti no mostly no nhyɛ da nim deɛ kakra ɛwɔ ho saa.
Oh, follow me na menye. Me fa organic number no mano na onko training ni bi.
Oh, okay. If there's any trainer baby will be meeting.
Follow me na me follow back me de number ni be ma no onye training ni bi why?
Mate.
Yes, I am one dozen do.
Omo dozen. But now say nka wa hwe omo ye mom ka as at 11 weeks na ya recorded 7 mortalities as at that time nanka ye until we pass on notice yeah.
Okay. Boss, Bremu money. Mr. John. Any network no.
Ken.
Yeah, boss.
Okay. Ken, it's in Fuebi or when we say
hold on.
Oh yeah, deep litter system. Deep litter system now oh yeah no.
Okay.
I yet to say the wood die I just said the wood die quine home. Yeah quine.
Okay.
You know say you are going to have respiratory ubenya respiratory issues.
Sure.
Okay. So the same way no go best no a more dusty environment. A more baby in futuro near my causing futuro no a walk. Wood shavings na kasa no a bit break it down pathogens cry a friend is saying a walk and more be woman a bit breaking it down. I'm an iron futuro because a being or more no. Sa pathogens na sa organisms no womb I be breaking it down.
Okay.
Now, collect o person wo sesa sawdust. And now o person wo sesa wood shavings na wo wubuo mu na. Se yes sesa na eya yempeja shovel ni bebre enkosoro.
Okay.
Obi ba be sesa no yemfa ne se bottom no na ewa ha. Imagine se bottom na me kre. Ena ma be sesa wo fam na ma sesa bottom ade na be peja shovel no. Wo be wie no. Na in futura wa akose e wo buo no na e dooso.
Okay.
Enti by now no enkuko na home omo home gas particles na ko mumu.
Okay.
Ena when we say unya changing wood shadings no omo home a enya ade a obehu immediate. Enti anadu we obete say na omo so no ne niema. But said the queen aka no you because I had your solution platform ma direct way no a specific problem to your farm. My kasa after the section, and then I'll be able to help you out.
Why?
Thank you very much.
But problem I will go through no BBK to
Mate, boss. Mate.
Okay.
BBK to
Tikwe me follow so.
Mate, why? I follow me na me fa number ni ma. Omuwe be me ya pa.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Ethiopia bisa question na yenko.
Okay, Ohima, thank you. First of all, clarification I'm person making. I'm say earlier no, Dr. Dikne busa question B. So I been network in that so I was trying to answer the question because na me brand network no enye. Na question no busa ne say a farm more a bedi how long and sana ebia or more ya ton or more as spent layers, which is a cycle. So no person busa say within a complete cycle no how many years and maybe how many months and maybe take. So I was trying to answer that question, but I think say 2% of my answer question no. I think say not network in at that time. And number two news no. Na Mr. Danko Busa a question be concerning feeding. Na me brand answer. Na me person can make be answer na wa answer question. Bibi me brand dey start free no. Problem ni bi one ma start free fitiasie. And as a question na or answer na answer no. Ebe no be so a follow up questions on that. So usually no say me brand answer question na wonya bo trick kire mu ye kwa kire se ne sibe ya. So obi wo question bi kura na follow up question na ebetimi answer the question no. So now Mr. Dankwa in his decision can answer question in direct. So I was trying to let you know, say, Mama me bra chance. Now want me to train chilemu ye because if be an me a question on that. Obi so also a question or down one maybe on yama app because I can why am in the background this say or request and send about app and send obusa no question. So what down one be the same question on so baby busa e answer the question.
Okay.
But I'm say question no first one a cycle no na I think say doctor called down so no problem but I was trying to justify say and yes if you me interrupt live I wanted to do some
okay.
yeah that is
fine.
it.
Why? Although you
Thanks.
actually you Mona
Queen.
yes. Class
Queen
captain. Second class captain for.
Aja Peter.
I
go no Peter
for me class captain wa how.
I go no Peter John Peter. Ada me tie ni nchiache no na mama bi chese owo nantwie na obosa ye nkukọ efra nantwie no. And I'll catch you and say, Nantwie nkukọ mu ntumi mfra. This child to be a distance and not chair. Enti me a me pese me sha ase se no chair no. Me nyabutre mane ko hwe me site ho. Se hot is saying if I was any nipa betna. Nkukọ no hina ye boda na be ye baby amframa bebo afa. Ebetumi aboa nsi oto a. Enti ebusi obi bia wala so pese bibi bia no ne edika no panim dia first. Mama managers mienu omo class omo gusu sua ade omo wi ombe ba exams.
But I was say bra kwa me usu go sua bio. Oh, even though what for managers, I was say usu nya knowledge about it.
Queen,
nya my kwala.
Na ya bese be ko fie no, ya boabo e ho akoku, ya gusu ano no. Wo de Makosiane say mra na fere niam esi na kwam enche beko
Hallelujah.
abrocha sitire no so amfa adwen a wodi be ba won so ana wache a ai enti jamike ni na ne say na nyame hye opa no platform ni na ma wodi chiache ni pa baso a ebinim de ye nu ye hu na sitire no ya nu sade ya nu ye hu say ya ga nu hu no because ya nya nim de foforo a betimi aboa ye de efi bia no ya sa betimi aka nti wo lie so a aha yesuya nim de ene ediko eja bita wo ya da kasa wo akire nya menhira o ade o ya me fe pa ni se wo pese wa bibi bia oni ni kasa obema o estimate kama de wa ho de beso no na wa ye se ne be ya wo ye nkoka kwan mu na ka se efi abayefo ayo nkuko da bi da enti sa na ade ne ti eja be kasa wo akire nya menhira pa wa
okay organic na me pacho o phone number no say commercial bet media to dwa na
me pacho
ai wo de fa to dwa na man fo mfa e bi obi mi advice
your friend say Queen na me medwen say enkofo na omo ama no ni no since our your platform no see the people so that enkofo a ebenya omo na ebia wankokasi obi take advantage of or no, so that because me know there your numbers are anyway. I understand some people may want my number, but I prefer say they should contact me through you. But if they still want it, why not? I can give it out.
Then my number is the why serious no beba beje wo me wonye sa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
So that at least you'll be able to see the people.
Yes.
Sometimes not.
I prefer say if someone want or be contact you straight away.
Okay,
that no be better since say pacho yen ni sa.
Anas.
Hey, me network
me you ahoma ba ko afiso. Sa wotemenka. And that can one brenu. Me the idea be ato platform no so me nya no aye abepem.
Nra me ka to se me mamu e ba network ni one temenka. Nna so na me network ni ye.
Pacho mo koka o back door why? Komo na mu class captain for me nu. Mo ko di go back door.
Wo you must to am.
Debbie.
Come mo ya de.
Nyame adumo na we.
Asa afi na yi kakra wo. Minti man na port is the one say me my over 12 years until I me 2 man.
Oh, okay.
Nti me mu ni de bebre nti an me wase a me kire the all kind na me te bi kama. Yeah, me te bi kama na enu abi ba so say o ne port ne ben do na.
Ai, kin.
Na me nim de do ma no e ho ana. I don't know, and I call them actually. Because Poultry Farming headquarters were done. Nti me nim de nti a o say me nim de I don't know.
Also, the
whole Ghana Poultry headquarters in Doma. Until India be anywhere we land Doma.
Any Doma, see any Doma, Chroma, say 3 hours drive to Doma. That's 17 years.
Which my better one fee, which my better idea about meaning important. And I mean, be a Mr. Organic.
It's about 3 hours away from Doma.
Organic boss of Patrol, not man, what knowing. Wow, now kind of India
and me branch back over OT region.
And you know, all can say, now you need to
a double crew.
Now double crew, they say a bad one or more than so the continent. If say, officer on your card, aware.
Okay, until then, may see on contact him into your program.
Okay, into on contact na. Because all bank can contact na obinya I be your thing can contact. Also a bear 1 hour drive.
Okay.
Yeah, one in a boy will be an amazing media to Piano. Yeah, Mr. Organic Canada and no, my young man for 12 years. Maybe be our Poultry Farm from day 02. That bet you to report to. Until the moon after one other man day and no one on the
You. Yeah, that's it.
But Miss Michelle, not obeying cinema biasi. But obey mamma pa. Dodo na ni say nkusia na port e kono to my no. Omo ni say no na de pan kono my koto benu. Kusiana is here organic boss. Be an connect for cotton farm marketing. I'm on phone is here and one a pine coupon. Yeah, but I think they need what you think. I'm on for the meeting year. Yeah, one cocoa. Almost to town to my pine coupon. Yeah, cotton. Can you could see an I won't want the fan one anna or more the pine coupon out cotton.
Okay.
David. After me to say no, they say, men are manting year.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Mona, I'm muting one question. Waja wada. Missing na me fantasy. Organic me boy me fantasy or question.
Okay.
The network in me. Auntie.
Me da se pa.
Ah.
Nze mo nyina mo ho ye.
Yeah, we send run now be sa poultry question bi mwa.
Asemi no na woman organizer me se madwuma e wa hu. Ene kware ye ma mi chini ya nti ma so mbe wura fia na metimi aso.
Bisa no boss no net ho. Bisa no na.
Ame bisa ni nyina na woman say dey se ma mi sa dey na chese ma na me dey do ma ba.
Woman organizer.
Ai wow sha.
Ai.
Get off me pa cho. Mi nua be ma yoko sesi amahye na nen. Na oka bibi o kira adwene ma manage pa se. Ma beto mfimfini ti mi bisa. Awokọ no sa anye ba bia na se obubobuo na odi si.
Nye ba bia.
Auntie asase na te senso na wutim se bia be poso. Ana be pona ya se ana se ehin fasa meni abrese adwuma no so ka. Ayi no rubber na enra isu an na pa.
Ai, okay. Boss, mpa chọchire nu mama me.
Okay, nti ewa asase ho no, wo se bebi asase ni de bia no. Yese yempe asase no wo bebi ankofo ACC dan bebre a o ma betini mu.
Okay.
To say ben to say factory a o mu use bigger machines and heavy machines a yesi dede.
Esi dede ni na stress kokon.
Abofra betimi to knock out. Ana obi betimi to knock out. Ama na disturb o best ama na stampede dey see wo. O me bo o ma no baby o be kono na mo na wu.
Ah samo.
O de ma car car kese te se tipa track. Ma ne me fa wo akụkọ buo ho na hwe nkụkọ dodo o mewu ana se nkosia be pai wo mu so mo to a.
Wonderful.
Even chance a ye de bodan so ana se wakasa watade mpo nkụkọ no wodem no o de fa na ye fene se
ai huja
na hwe ni beti wo buo mu. Emwa no dede a wo mfa nya omu for mofra bremu emfa mekire omu e wo mu mpanyimfie.
Mpanyimbrem.
Okay.
Two.
Omu ye sensitive papa.
Asem omu cheni pa.
Very sensitive.
Hey.
Omu cheni pa.
Nyema bebre mi tochima wo aboa ho. Aboa nsu a onum. Unim na se nsuo no e bia ye spray chemical.
Yeah.
Ana u spray no biochemically. Na oni na ko peja nozzle ne kakra na ko gu sansuo no na de momo
omu nyina
yare. So enyema wo ho bebre a so eno eye baako enti yensi buo no wo bebi ankofo wo ana bebi nkofo content them no dede machines grader ye kwan grader ne ben wo dan akoko buo no ubekun mu asesi a. Ye to so ebien capacity bi mu wo ho se mmoa dodo a obenyen no baby mu wo ho untime nya ye fan se opese onye mmoa be 200.
Okay.
Wasa sini she forest baby. We kana okọ ho no obe dey access road se 200 ne pe na de kwa kwasha ase wo ho e bia 150 ye di sua bia obetna ye wo fie a wo di sua na so dodo bi mu wo ho a oba be ye no ene ye friend profiling ye be hwe o modern bo e dia determine baby a wonkosi buo no e na dodo a wobetimi aye enti dodo ne bi wo de ko nwura mu baby a because dodo ne bi no ye be hia nipa ne be nkofo mienu anamiensa so mo ntine adwuma no ho because of security yembo farm no ho ban because e betimi akowia nipa ba ko wo ne se e be attack e bo we
enka mebi sa opa na wa wo de ama me de ameda ase
enti won se enu nti se ye selection na obia ne insem a yetimi di busa no na ye bekwa ko hwe place no nso ansa na ya ka kiro se ubetimi aye wa ha ebi o bekọ ho no na la na ye plane o ana la na da ho but obia ye feeling na ebe wo dan ana ebe wa sase na sa insuo na wa fixe rain gata no insuo ni fimu a ekọ ho asase so
beba wo ho
eba wo nchen enti ebia na obi akọ feeling na epeja ese insuo ne ba na beta wo asase so se wo buo wo ho ebuo na akọ ye no be dan akọ asase no so won enti bese nimdie ehia wase ade we hu eye do accountity ni edwen se o me wasase wo ba bia metime de aye ebia baby a opese wo yempo e wo se ye hwe se at least asase na wato no wa register na
eno so ye
ebusia asase ana ebusia asase bi wo ho o ye na so otum pompe ne ese ba ba di asase no ne buo na wakọ invest be 50,000 o ye den ko tu as ye se ye sesa o de wuni pa o dan na ye ngi asase enti ebusia asase a ehun ntiye untimi nko ye poultry farm no wo so o ye nso ana o ye se o me ye bibi kakra bi se mi hu se bia e ba be pam ye ndi betimi asesa ma ade akọ wakosi bua e be carry be 5,000 birds e we ebusia asase so o chinechi na nipa na kasi hey fa ugo na menje masase ebi wo ho nso no ni etimi ba ho no se oni adamfo bi na aye adamfo no onti adwuma na ase e no ko friends abo bi ewa na ne bu efu o ko fre adamfo bi se abo bi ewa na ne bu efu ai ba ne se na ewu ye wa ma na aduane ana onti adwuma na ase inti sometimes no e ya ye pese ye ewu nipa no ye kire wo adwuma ni ekomu ansa na nipa no kra oni na abegine mu se mo ye partnership no ayonkofa no to betimi atwa because of ntoko betimi asiwo muntem because of business way mutimu ho asepa mudodo mo ho even partners okunu no yere betimi ayese adwuma we de ntawantawa beba mu
acha sa adwuma no ehia ba afofo ana
asa do phone be si so faare no come program
adwin a ehia wo ho no ananimdie ehia wo ho would I say sources of knowledge na wo hia no doors nkakra ba yetimi build wo nipa ba ko no
okay
be no se oti ase dia ma ne American sesi ade se ebia ye fan se otonkosua ebia wo production cost no oye nkosua no wo wefuo so a ebo na ewo ho no 40 Ghana ena wo cotton no 45 Ghana wa adwe ne se 5 cedis na onya ne na e profit but ebia na 40 Ghana no ebetimi ato feed na entimi nto edro entonsio 5 cedis na aka wo so no ontimi ntonsio mfim ontimi to enu mfim
na me pa cha wo nsio no so de ye no ne ntimi ma mo bi no
nyomo no nkuko 1000 omo anum kro omo benum sa blue gallons na ya mode mane ne amafia mo na ne de ba no nkuko 1000 benum eno dakro
250 250 liters na
220 of water a day
220
1000 beds ebenum sa de no one day enti yes okwa akoye business no o baabi insio eni ho
ane okre
obede aye
se wana obekum we
ane oba discover koto mo na sa betu sika nego
women organizer in the question yo
oh yes Oh, yes.
Uya, Bekasa or back door.
Enti bebre na nim se meto akụkọ na enu anu no menye mmoa. Watu sika egu.
Ai.
Otom
What
kụkọ na.
about borehole water?
Obetumi ato borehole. Na usually no was say ye de collab e ma ye test hwe se ye ni heavy metals bia wo mu ana. E na project so se mmoa ne betumi anom.
Ayi no kuro se de nipa betimi anom sa na mmoa no so. Wo se wo mutitimi no. Se nipa ntimi no ma mmoa no so wo mutimi no.
Mmoa so mu ntimi no.
Okay. Skooky Shehodi boss.
Oh, start small and they are your hubi. Start small.
Manager.
Na.
I'm say boss who you mom Skooky.
No, me no boy you want me to you.
Asa me kai. What it hodi. Okay. And yeah, organic me so wrap it up my na.
Yeah. Obi bisa question ba me sure say me hu comment section ho.
Sir, what say?
Akwa kweku bisa question be say. At denting na yentumi use ifia ko convenye a whole poultry farm. Baba me say we hu.
Okay.
No so na ma yesi me bisa pa.
Okay.
Me pacho ifie nkukọ ye betimi dia ye poultry farm. But bisa ho se ifie akukọ ne potential no ana ne modembo ewo nkosua tuo mu no say na obetimi ato ama in a 365 day cycle. Akukọ wetimi local akukọ ana ye friend indigenous birds no. Watu ama wa enebe 15 eggs in a month. Watu ama wa enebe 15 eggs in a month. A bit me to 8. A bit me to 10. So to 10 now, which means 10 no in 12 months no wa 220. Okwa kofa commercial feeder aboarding aka say oko use commercial breed local bird na ubetimi ati sa feeding sika na and don't forget nkuko ni nyina ne omo enu no mbedi and you have to give say 0% nkosua ne badia, you have to give it a balanced diet. Na balanced diet ne boarding. But local bird no only special traits bia obetimi aka say trait we na owonti say me de ne enyen ana eggs dodo amenya no ebeboa me. 2 shelf life say you store some nkosua na ana wo de to ho a me dodo a eteki a ebetimi apro no e wo say wo hwe disease resistance level no ema aboa no e wo say wo hwe. Enti nyama bebrebe but for local or indigenous birds no enye scalable won't mean cry no be 10,000 only to 10,000 ebo be mu na de ba beto. So you see it's not scalable. It is the reason we say
Bema
Anahema
akwenye
on farm you miniso
Akwara we say mo zero workers as we miniso.
Obi na we so kasa.
Me also na me why me hu.
What
okay.
I'm so networking now.
Okay. Ohineba, organic. I will start to say thank you very much. Me, I'm follow that, and clearly I can see you are doing such a great job. Namisha party, you my partners, and I will see boy and in India or man. My problem here, the question, Madam Blas, I remember question him out. Many Ajipa. Dear Chen say, me what problem kakra what the idea say local birds in the yentimi and scaling no. Now my problem in you My problem is us. I repeat, my problem can never be you because you there and Ukraine senior and that one na welcome. But the problem is us. Me can say just any ayen tibi nyoye. Senior kwesi finding a way now or making sure that these birds, you know, abusia we ni eto no monto omukosua ni ehia no. Yen interesting we uko Kenya. They have one thing they call Kenyatta beds. On Kenyatta beds, you know, a local beds, you know, any falling ones, you know, and we might find a way to intermarry them. Me find me them use our word, you know, and now they scale out to know. So right, local beds, you know, okay, say which is very true. They can climate, you know, any system, you know, they can stand it more than the poultry. And so, if we take the time, like somebody like you are, Sabi, we need the Kosra, say maybe I will take it time, and Mlabana will take it time with the local beds. Now finding a way to intermarry them with the fallen ones and Mmano. Then you get the seed of Munkosiano. Then near Akoko Afro, no, as you know, say only a timid pie. Then we get from a honwa a man, we can then get them as just the poultry now. I don't know if you're getting me. The problem is that we may have to work hard on our own. Now that naturally naturally. It is mimi say me person me yan me de no okoko ase adachi me ba ma be hu ni akoyi. Me kokoko ase me ja wo no mo edi interfere ni ade no mo titi kontom ni di na ma ye ba bi o hwa na pon makugu. Now I know say me all scaling no say open mo nkusua no maybe obenya mo nkusua than me, but I won't be too bad. I will not be too bad by using the local base and understanding say one misika beswa obi to to create aduane no me to half at creator kura, right? And maybe because you are the maybe I will make money, and I think that is more natural and better than the poultry. Anyway, at the same time, me the American say thank you so much for your education, everything. Now that Roma me so good to you. Local ones. They na betima ya beboa. They betima journey to Kenya for no my Kenyatta no. Yeah. Look at the Kenyatta bears na yenhwe kwan yemfa so a omutimi ya ne omanya omu local bears ne tu nkosua mo no. Na kwasiko ko Holland for no 2 gate nim, na Italy for no 2 gate nim, na France for 2 gate nim. No man ko wo mpane ne sese edi kosua na ya meme ya edidi ya agro enwu a ya nya hoto. Yesra enwani.
Ye be Ganata.
I say Ganata. And yes, organic. And go for it. Now go for a wall. Go for a panny. Now, not the rest of the trasia. Ombe queer. Miss Snow. It's in the trass of pet. Aquame judge my first will be any judge. Miss Snow, I don't know my organic.
Organic, where they just oh boy, oh, yeah, my very they will try.
They will look our farm. Me will look our farm no so I weigh about 4 kilos. If crowd was here, just 70 meant sorry kofa. But me nyen local our farm ne me wo inconform to no so e won chen. The problem back where no hu ne say enye scalable ne dodo na obetimi aye no. One say, wow, be enter, wow, be kase o pesi uhwe ni hwane nkosua no. One, e was say unya market nkonform be ton koko na efi won chen. Two, twe competition na e wo ho. Nkofo dodo say na be ka kire o say o oye nkoko na mpa cho meba be to won chen. Enti e bia menya nkoko ni sesi ana akoko force e wo market. Compete against me makoko na amaye no. Meanwhile, local bed there market. If you as a local bed no, am person me ton no. Say if you 100 cedis, and 120 ah. Obi the bed aba say if you me ton 60, me ton 70, me ton 50. Say na me ya sustain me there. It is sometimes competition wo ho. Your taste and preference as Ghanaians also comes into question. Obi no o ka kire ne say oh mo adjust mo I say local rice some time ago yento ngofo hu say ye tutututu niam mu no say na wa dua koso say hey local rice no ho koto wa koto a o mo me kire
Emi santi si mesi na mafa na why
Ka me bi sa asem ketewa bi.
ta o
Na ketewa bi wi ana wasime.
okay
Papa na asem na o kan ne say doctor ye be so say wo de ye. O ye sa search ne ma ye on. Me papa ekura ase. Na ye de poultry nkoko afra efie nkoko. Me bedru baabi no ne ye kura ase nkoko nyina ya abrofo nkoko. So obeti de me kana se a. Na papa na asem o kan ne ye kura ase nkoko nyina ye te se abrofo nkoko pepepe. Omo ti afra omo to so ye na omo kosu aso ye kama. Eti papa na asem na o kono. Ko ye search ne bra. Yes no. Yes woman organizer mesi ufo.
Organic. Organic.
yo
Organic. Near Tiani say. Yeah,
yeah
organic. Other Roman near Tiani say. Competition na yenya. I just so sad the kind of country we live in. I sad organic. I sad the pass organic. Nyakopo ama mumu ni mbie. Then we are coming to talk about competition. Akuko force udi ma yen. Because we are so weak. Say you prefer sa kosi koko be yen koko ukrum ha. Ashe fridge for 10 months. A besa a good sheep. A baby and salary. The whole thing is chaos. Yet organic more young cocoa people intimate talk because force never. Say over European market na. Akosi koko mpesa obi abebu ni nua kwase yentino. Omo the rules and regulations are memo omo ho. Yawo akoko bi wo US, ema UK. Oh, I repeat. What is the name? Oh, Kabo Shekitibala Sakata. Mama Bala. Shekitibala Sakata. Pentecost for a guy. What it for? Akukobi war. US. Organic. Oma UK. US for ya. Omu trade problem. Omu when you na yesa akukono. Omu we know US is bibi no. But UK for them pene mane ha. Edientia. UK for say it's not safe. America for say it's okay. UK for say it's not safe. It's not safe because of a choir of Faso, Murezi, Akokono, and a choir of Faso, or more a young word, my Rico Fonso, Montpellier for them, America for you, Madia. Can you imagine, says Uncle Quimia, show say a coffos, no, a cockrabi, honey, yadi, rita free and sa. Yabubomu, a yina, and organic Niatiana say, we are so right. I know the competition is poor, and you can say Cabasa. Sanka, they are doing it for more and crying now, we are just as so many Yajmaniano. Organic, you can raise birds with 20,000 beds. Now with this 20,000 beds, look at how many people you can employ. If Ghana is still importing chicken, whereby we have the chicken, I can be importing about 1,000. Yeah, complete. Get leaders. Yeah, you more, Kosiada, Joda, Malasakate, Shekate, Obodo Kotomala Sakataya, Alaba, Otitafu, Otonokuno, Otitafu, Otonokuno. Enti organic wa asam na wo kan de ani nyina pepepepe na mesra wo se wo de send ya me hwe me follow pa mesra wo de check the Ghanata no create something for us maybe a time will come when I be make Ghanata why
akwa kweku
yeah
akwa
dem kakra
kweku de o kan akwa kweku
ohene
me pa che de o kan ni ya pepe e was sana it was a sana. It was a because me dada will say over fish farming, which is the aquaculture industry. There was so many tilapia species if we add that close abroad, close to China and then Yema, Yediba Ghana. At a point in the Unim there 2013, I think, Mahama bounded the import of tilapia. And ya species, your friend Akosomo breed. Enti tilapia bebre na ye di wo Ghana no ye Ghana ankasa ana e breedi ye friend Akosomo breed enti de akwa kwaku kan ye betumi aye won kokoso say ye tumi aye wo baby ye betumi aye won kokom manoesi
ye da na kasa na ye wrapping yempom.
And see, I just wanted to add up a bit.
Organic.
What yo me and see, as an organic praise I cannot like I do agree with most of the things now wakaning na me a geneticist, me a animal breeder. I just wanted to make a bit of correction. Say, on our local pig breeds, were locally developed chicken. Your friend no Aribru, but akwa say yen Ghana for nankasa. We prefer things that come from abroad. Idea like adwin bebre. Me a pig breeder. Into me research no, I research into local pig breeds no. Ashanti dwarf pig.
Friday you be pig ya be kan ye ho na ma ye more knowledge why.
You must. They be amitie, but most times me were under the comment section. I don't even comment, but because of an area where me specializing in tina mafra bashiro to just educate. Say we have a locally developed chicken breed. Your friend Aribu. It was developed by the Animal Research Institute. The only challenge now kwakoye said the marketing of it. Me wa Ghana no na nkofoba ebefa nkukono. But the main challenge, ne say, no import it. We are into the importation. If we are able to develop policies surrounding, say, you bet me a ban importation of, even we can even start with the broiler chicken because we've been able to do it. If we've been able to do it, no, it's not difficult to develop our own local layer breeds as well. No, that's just what I wanted to add up. Say it's yes, and na kwakwa say if you're scientists or more Ghana, no, we are not doing enough. But honestly, we are doing a lot of work. It's just that the policies surrounding these things make it very difficult, and some of the attitudes of our own farmers. And I'm na kwakwa nya ayen ama ye farming no akwakwa nya etino yeah.
People watch our mammy for a council in your base. I'm informing Cassabi Mikoda. People watch out.
Mate. We are upon me for
our scientists, Cano, and no create rodo. Nemo no Cassam say. Danke a cassa obi leader. Can a children say? And Crawford Kuobia. Or mutibidi a nipa bi. Echo baby or mumpes or mobeko. I repeat. You be a leader, a good leader, no? Or any Crawford Kuobia. Omotimidi enipa kuo bi ekọ baabi a ka omon pese omobeko now yet omemu ko bobosia na bosia na ekọ boye no regulations ni bi ni sanse hunu sem jinjan we say don't subsidize your farmers yet ho adan ya yakobo bosia wakosikoko ho akosikoko subsidize the farmers o ma the farmers sika ya adwuma no aye ne kakraka no otimi aton bi ama yenti yen yakoji sika no o sema ye ma farmers sika yati we yase ya yale. Now, Niaminu by Kayina and any organic Jumo Yina, Niamo Mobile Yina, your policies. And that is the painful truth. Because Omaya, Yatimiama Quine say, and no one said, in fact, I want somebody to go and bring me the trade contract between we and the West. I'm telling you, you will cry. On that level. No, Modia Bibia, and once a cry. Etimesre organic adwuma mu ye ni nyina yese mo so munsu wo hobi munsu nka kira ban ne se dormant leadership no ya bre yes amasa opanyinu sesen ne ya bre sani akosi kokko wo nyansa so wo hwe ne manana na da kire manana bedidi yie no sa na osiesu nye nyansa se ye hwe ye manana na ya protect ye de eti sa importation of birds and now scientists ne kan no kure etese ye counterban some of these things. Yentimi fiti preoccupy upon say moja bayate ase but e was here tiso percentage ni tiso ni mamu kwan organic mu kwan na mu raise birds no na ye wi ya yankoko ese krofo ya sa mu kunkum ya yi no organic mu kunkum ya yi no me say ehia me papa asasi so buy organic for so bia no edite ya ye mema no
edu organic anim ne nko
honestly eba no yen animal sector a bit challenging
ko akire nti edu na anim ne nko ade obetu ho anamo
is a bit challenging eba ye animal research Cry, yenya sika.
Nadi.
Yes, sorry. Yenya
Mpacho
funding.
bebre
Yenya
class captain si
funding.
Yesu ama. Tie man se mi na
Okay.
hya ne nsoma me mesrew.
Mm.
Yesu ama efiada ye
I think say
pics wa ha nti
yawoda.
ye besrew se
Friday Thursday.
yawada
Thursday.
Thursday.
Name.
Ye besre se class captain ye bu kotodwe se kwan wo ho pa de abomodin se wudi unim de ba beta ye chi.
Name.
Nti meba wudi emu na me ne wa kasa wo back door
Name.
nti hu mi anye bone why?
Name.
No problem.
Name.
Yes sir.
Name Pacho Jakana Midiati. Yesu be a mad bebia or man echna.
Oh, yeah, kasa ya taka any dia sa na ya beka no nti wo dia mpacho. Obi ayale da yale mpaso.
Yesu be a ma oh my
Obi
baby.
ayale da yale mpaso bi san se e say ni ba bi.
Oya ya wosi yempono, oya ya wosi yempono, yempono kwa bia.
But it's your munya. Make a foul fast here.
Oko kwa ngano kwa tie.
Mr. I'll wrap it up, mommy. Na yampon. Why? 1 minute.
Okay, I think now I was making a point about.
Me ya nwie mi dio, o ma me so.
Debbie, I was saying me call.
Oh man, na wi ansam pacho.
Awu gba nko pa bemre.
Ni ana me kan say.
Class captain. Class captain, any you can say host you way no na me come rest see why?
Yes.
Inshallah, kobla.
Aha.
No phone.
TikTok you can so the any one no. Timo de amon to aso.
Okay.
Ni ana me kan say the challenging aspect in say obayen animal aspect now. It's a bit challenging, even acquiring funding for research. And you can even go to animal research CCR. It's not as vibrant as it used to be because there's no money to support the research. But also the crop aspect now. Into make high time now your school now. Most people did not want to even major in animal science. Most people wanted to major in the crop science and soil sciences because and it's because in Africa you were arable lands. If anka competition no what to say, be at say the way we are able to farm the cash crops like the cocoa, any cashew numna. Anka if they had that arable lands outside now, anka competition beba, but they have major huge farms here, animal farms here. It's been a challenge. The importation has been the challenge of the animal industry. And as Akwa said, no, leaders who stand and obituary or comment section, let's say those who are supposed to implement these policies are the ones who are engaging in the importation. So how can you even in the first place, only more than competition? You can't compete those who are supposed to implement those policies banning the importation. I was saying I'm happy that at least we are coming out as animal science people, as breeders, as farmers to speak out. And I think the more we speak out, the more ye kasa ni beku echiri. Na abua your industry so because it has a lot of prospects, for a lot of people and and make something out of it. But there are huge struggles. Rebecca said about the piggery when on Friday, because I went into pig farming after school and there are challenges.
On Thursday, please.
Thursday, okay, all right. I'll make time for that. Me de mekasa no see her and meda organic praise and trusting for all the for all the lessons. It's very expensive, sir. We do time ebema, free consultation. So I do really appreciate that very well. Thank you.
Now you are done.
You
Organic Pacho, me phone number na my friend. Why?
Me Pacho you.
Me bagan. I'll try and meet up with you.
Me Pacho you.
Okay, see you no one. That's
Organic wrap up na obi will be before organic back asano. Mr. Posh who will be bika ye guswa ye wrap up nti. Last word.
the mechanic we the aquaka ni no ano no ye betumi
Good.
betumi the researchers wo Ghana ye betumi aye bibia enya ye betranslate bia ye twa abrofo no kwa na so butu punu no me na ye dey fine and then ye two way ye fiber optics cable kra no wo hwe ye internet a abrofo hoda ye twi finance a problem ba no so mo baby ekosi obi atumi nya internet enti de akwaka ne de me frɛ ne so papa mo ma nya nyine so ya yempe ye ho nyema ne nye wo yekro mu a na ebe boai.
Anas who be ka?
ɛno na akwa na me nua ba na ɔmo de ato so no yeah nti yɛbɛtumi ayɛ hwɛ nkyɛ sɛ yɛntumi nyɛ especially yɛn na yɛnya kwan atu kwan abɔ amano ne yɛn na ɛsɛ yɛde vin ne kɔ yɛkurum problem no nyinaa so fa gyina yɛ a yɛwɔ ha no so yɛbɛba bɛtena akasaa nso kusi nkusi koda ne yɛ akora ɛda so ti nti sɛ yɛbɛtutu anamɔdɔ deɛ aduru sɛ yɛayɛtutu anamɔ no yɛde vim ne yɛayɛ kɔnka yɛn nkurufo no wɔ Ghana ɛde saa yɛ no deɛ yɛbɛhu ne deɛ bebree yɛbɛhu deɛ ɛkɔ so kokoyɛ a yɛka yɛa nyina ni sɛ nkoyɛ a yɛwɔ ne Ghana nyina ni sɛ kidney problem de bi ba akɔ so Ghana nyinaa yɛade hodoɔ a yɛni bi wɔ Ghana nyinaa yɛ nkokoyɛ a nso sɛ na ɔmo de kɔ enti yɛbɛhu deɛ wɔ no yɛn na ayɛ sɛ yɛn na bi de ɔte akura ase deɛ ankɔ school no yɛde saa ne deɛ wɔ na yɛde kɔboa na saa nneɛma no nyinaa to atwa politician de ɔmo ka ho bi nne yɛ dɔm ama ka sɛ yɛ import bi kɔ bi opɛ asi nanso dɔm ama ɔbɛtena akonnwa so no deɛ ɔmo ne sika no maa ne tin bɛdi akonnwa no saa nipa no ɔno kra nkokɔ the problem no nyinaa hɔ na saa nneɛma no ɛfiri ba sɛ yɛanhwɛ saa nneɛma no yɛ bi a yɛbɛkasa akyerɛ ne deɛ na yɛsua na ayɛ o organic farmer bɛkyerɛ ne deɛ paa nanso deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi de ayɛ adwuma no yɛ politician foɔ no ɔmo dodoɔ no agyina ɔmo so ɛna deɛ mɛka atwa toɔ last ɛfɔ portal no sɛ wonya nkokɔ duru tam a ɔmo to a ɔmo aduane die yɛ mmɔ no economist te sɛ nipa wo mbankye wi die ma menkyɛm ni ketewa bi na adeɛ kyea ma fankaya di aduane ɛsɛ akokɔ di ne die wamfa ama na the next 3 days kusie ɔbɛto ama no so ɔto 20 a ɔbɛto 10 obeyi 10 afiri so because wobɔ no economist ɛwɔ n'aduane ho nti ɔno so bɛto kusie no ama economist nti ɛno na mɛde betwa to wɔ portal side no
Yɛda ase. Organic wrap up na o final words. Why deɛ I'm say still we side no ye menye we hwɛ comment section hɔ a yɛnya more than 2 hours biem ka ho anti wo deɛ ne yɛbɛ set time ne yɛayɛ no part 1 and 2 at the appropriate time nti Queen bɛba wo inbox mbiem na yɛasan ne wakasa ɛwɔ ne bra no na yɛaba part 2 nti wrap up na yɛmfɛsi ha na agya yɛagye wo blache.
Okay. Me patron near meka de track to on say ejuma we no ebetimi aboa youth no especially your brothers and sisters na your university ewie anase your tertiary ni wie na your trot applications obi betimi fie be 6 years 7 years no onye ejuma nyɛ ejuma mpo obekwa akonya no na sika ne nyɛ the dark be den anything na wohu a mema ne bebree anase ye mofra ne bebree no na frustration and depression na ewo mu nti na omo de aye nsanom ebi na omo de abuse substance because depression nipa ne depression levels na owo no ha no ono nso hwa we bia no ntimi nkowia nanso esa na tibia wenya anase tibia otim no oni bebi a oboa be fi aba ye mu binum enye se yawofo kakra bi a ye de soso ye mu ewo mra ye te hwe ye wo edwuma we mu mpo a me sure se by now no me mbetena ha enya sa nimdie we enkosua enne embekire enti epamacho pa sa ban na etie anase yawofo a mo bebi a mo kasamane etimi ede imputo ananse se ede nsakire bi de ba no epamacho pi Momboa se ebetimi ahye ejuma yikina ebetimi ama ejuma bebre aba ebema eduane ebu obia benyi sika at least ye youth no so no ebetimi have a promising future se ye ejuma we iye nti ye damu nyina se meso me damu ase se mo host me yakopon hira mu nyina ejuma na amoye no me message to you no say ɛwɔ sika a ɛwɔ ma ebetumi areward o but depending on sɛ deɛ ɔbɛyɛ no nti wohia nimdeɛ beebi a ɔbɛnya nimdeɛ bia no kɔgye na fiefie nyansa kakra afa bata ho wobɛtu mpɔn bɛda mo ase
Yes, yeah, that's a pa, yeah, that was it. Wada agye yɛka sɛ yɛbɛtua ɔka yɛ ntimi gyina yɛayɛ wɔ platform yi so nyinaa na m ka sɛ ahomakye wote sɛ information center anaasɛ akokɔ bi bɔ mu a na yɛ nimdeɛ no a wobɛkyɛɛ no na yɛ nyame asɛm no a wobɛkyɛɛ no ne mu nhyira ne mu ahoɔden ne yɛde ma wo yɛda wase sɛ wadom no o knowledge no wobɛkɔ so a mana agerminate asen sɛdeɛ yɛ germinate wei yɛda wase bebree mo a mo ba na mo